want to play? Let's play.
Spike planted.
I'm moving on. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way. Best of luck. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way. Best of luck. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way. Best of luck. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way. Best of luck. I'm moving on. I'm moving on.
You want to play? Let's play.
Spike planted.
You want to play? Let's play.
Spike planted.
I'm moving on. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way. Best of luck. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way. Best of luck. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way. Best of luck. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way. Best of luck. I'm moving on. I'm moving on.
Agents, here comes the party! The stage is set and the crowd's ready. At the end of the day, we all belong here. Which team will take the throne as the first ever champion? This is the grand finals of Rise of Agents for Valorant.
Welcome ladies and gentlemen sa ating Rise of Agents Valorant. Ako si Yusuf, kasama ko I see Mochi Bella, Mochi Cakes, host, content creator, model on the side, multi-millionaire, and the best of the best in University of
FEU.
FEU. Correct. UFEU. Of
UFE?
course.
University of Far Eastern.
You. Yes, correct. Pero hindi po collegiate ang ating ganap today. Of course, meron tayong mga today pro teams tayo. Hindi wala tayo sa collegiate kasi sanay kayo, nakikita nyo kami sa sa mga students.
Sa mga school
Oo
ng
nga,
students.
Pero tapos na yung perya. Diretso naman na tayo dito sa Rise of Agents Valorant, of course, by Dark League Studios. But of course, nagpapasalamat tayo sa ating mga bossing sa PBA.
Of
First and
course.
foremost, to Mr. Boss Bobby Rosales, PBA Vice Chairman and the co-founder and chairman of Dark League Studios. We have also Mr. Coach Alfrancis Chua, the sports director of San Miguel Corporation, team governor of Ginebra San Miguel, and
Yun.
co-founder of Dark League Studios. Special thanks as well to Mr. Ricky Vargas, PBA Chairman, Mr. Al Pandelio, President of PLDT and Smart, and Mr. AC Valgnor, CEO of Dark League Studios. Shout out kayo kay Sir AC, nandito siya.
Parang
Ngayon.
kanina lang chika tayo ni Sir, no?
Chika lang muna. Siyempre. But of course, hindi lang ang ating mga bossing sa PBA Mochi. Who else has been there for us? Sino ba ang ating mga sponsors?
Syempre, for our sponsors, Fantech Philippines, our official gaming peripherals and gaming gear, diba? Ito pa lang, dito pa lang, oh. Andyan na. And also, we have, kung gusto niyo ng kape, lalong-lalo na, no? Sobrang lamig ngayon.
Halos ubos
Ang
na yung
lakas
kape
ng
ko,
ulan
eh.
kanina. Ito, ubos
Ay.
na yung kanya, no? If you need a pick-up, go for Pick-up Coffee. Official coffee partner natin, the best and most affordable coffee for gamers, which is really evident kasi ngayon, hype na hype kami, di ba? But also, Acer Philippines, official gaming laptop partner natin. Nakita naman natin dito dun sa ano natin kanina.
Oh, kitang-kita
sa intro
sa
natin, yung
sa
mga
player intro.
naggagandahang mga Acer Predator laptops natin. Acer Predator, it lies within. Ayan. And also,
Meron
singin
pa.
lang natin
Meron pa.
By the way, kindly like and follow yung PBA esports natin. Kasi kung last season na yung Mobile Legends Bang Bang tayo, ibang Bang Bang. Ngayon naman we have another Bang Bang. Pero PUBG Mobile naman. So, better keep your eyes peeled for that one. And be sure to follow their page for any future updates, any future tournaments. Keep it in check.
Grabe yung usapang bang. Pero, get well din pala kay Boss AC. Ayun. Napadaan lang pala. Ayun, get well soon.
Get
pero,
well soon, P.
Pero yun, mga taga yung chika natin kanina, no? Regarding, ano nga ba ang goals natin for the community here sa Dark League. So,
Yeah.
yun, very exciting to see na meron tayong upcoming tournaments after itong Rise of Agents Valorant. So, halos buong year naman yung timeline nila of events, no? But for now, let's take a look. Ano nga ba ang ating prize pool for this tournament? So, yun!
Tumataginting!
70,000 petot po! ang ating prize pool. Petot!
70,000 worth ng ating prize pool. At yan lang naman ang pinaglalaban ng ating mga teams right now. And I believe that it is in between the end of LPE, no? And as well as Game Lab. And merong hinighlight din sa atin si Direk kanina. Shoutout sa'yo, Direk. Ang binanggit niya is LPE, yung mga players natin dito. Yon, collegiate. Pero syempre, Game Lab, mga nasa corporate na yung mga players natin dyan. So basically, parang makikita na yung mga titos and kuyas na labanan natin ngayon.
Grabe. Okay, sana hindi nila narinig yun.
Oy, may discretion ako. May discretion ako.
Kasi pag esports, pag binabanggit Tito, ayon na yan. Yan, yung mga tito and tita natin ng casting. Shoutout po kay Tito Wolf dyan.
Hello,
Or
P.
si
Sir Kaisam.
Si Tita Tay Rar.
Yan.
Tita Tay.
Tita
Okay.
Tay. Ayan. By the way,
Dahil dyan, usapan Tito tsaka entrance. Ayun. Silipin na natin ang
ating mga
players.
titos and kuyas.
Ayun, let's see. Player entrance. Pasok!
Let's go. Uy. Uy, saan yan? Uy! May sarili tayong background music na ginagawa. Pero uy,
Ay,
tumahimik
oh,
daw.
tahimik daw.
Tahimik
Tayo
daw.
magsalita, oh.
Uy, nahilo ako doon. Asan
din.
na to? Uy, may pa-open ng jacket. Oh, feel na feel ni kuya, oh.
Pang Superman.
Oy, bakit yung isa kumakaway na kaagad? Pasimula pa lang yung laro.
Oo nga.
Oh, piti pa isa piece lang, di ba?
Oo nga.
Bite ni kuya.
Kit muna. Kit muna.
Smile, anak. Ay, ganito lang siya.
Diba? Ayun, pero yun nga, yung binanggit mo, it's going to be a challenge for these players kasi meron tayo yung mga seasoned players. Of course, if I'm not mistaken, itong Game Lab Alpha, they have experience in the VCT circuit. And then, of course, for LPE, no stranger to
Yun.
competition as well. So, yan ang ating head-to-head matchup between these two squads. Grabe talaga, may naka-shades pa, oh.
Wow, may tint pa na may kayelo. LPA.
Oo nga eh. Grabe talaga. Iconic yun eh. Iconic pose yung tahimik.
Parang required na
Parang cross-arm pose.
cross-arm sila lagi. Yeah.
Pero maganda yung dito sa Game Lab, oh. Ang ganda ng posing nila. Mukha silang parang tower. Diba? Mahilig kasi ako sa cheer dance eh. Parang pyramid. Ang cute. Sa LPE more more termo si Levi, chill lang.
Isa nga, nagpapatahimik pa rin yung isa.
Oo, kailangan.
Shush lang daw.
Kailangan quiet.
Low-key lang.
Dapat lang. Pero yun nga, para sa ating player roster, no? Actually, medyo haba-haba nga to. Pero for the side of Game Lab Alpha, we will be having Fall X, si Dritch, si Bogey, si Owen, Cutie. Ionix.
Required magano yung cutie.
Tapos sa side naman ng LPU, Mochi, sino nga ba nandyan?
Well, we have XT. And we also have Ice 3X.
Parang
Alric.
parang tatakling to X.
Sobrang init daw, kailangan niya ng ice.
Yes.
3 beses. We also have Levi and as well as Micro. Kaya naman, without further ado, mukhang magpo-proceed na tayo sa ating draft. And mamaya malalaman din natin kung ano yung ating magiging mapa for our first game. And ito na nga, ang ating mga nagwagwapo ang mga players. At tingnan na natin kung ano ang kanilang pipiliin. We will see at kung mahuhulaan natin yung mapa na paglalaroan nila and kung meron bang mga bagay na similar sa kung paano nila nilaro ang kanilang mga laban kahapon.
Yeah, and thinking about it yesterday, the side of LPE, naglaro na sila on Ascent. That was their first map. It was a full force of a stomp kasi tinalo nila yung Olfu. It was 13-2. The first half was very dominated sa side ng ating The Walled City.
Stomp
LPE.
kung stomp, no?
Yes,
Talagang
exactly.
sinubukan nilang ibigay yung 100% lakas nila nilapag na nila doon. And on the end of Game Lab Alpha, however, is it a close fight ba? Nilabanan nila yung kanilang counterpart?
It wasn't an easy win kasi yun nga, they played against seasoned squad SR Nakage who, for the record, they have had changes in their roster. So si Idolong Mid Matters lang actually natira. Tsaka nandun din si Jobs with Matters. Script was also there. But they had the addition of a Batman coming in. Kaya very different perspectives from these new players. Kaya medyo nag-iba din yung playstyle nila based on last year's game where I was able to watch them play, no? Kasama ko din si Osiris noon. And then, ayun, they really tried to fight back. They had a really strong lead. Nakahabol yung SR Nakage. And then, sabi ng Game Lab Alpha, enough is enough. We'll close out game number 1. Game number 2, SR Nakage almost got it. Kasi, if I'm not mistaken, the scoreline was basically, it was 11-8. I think 11-8.
Malapit-lapit rin no?
And then the side of Game Lab, nag-technical pause sila. Tapos dire-diretso na yung wins. 5 straight rounds to close
just
out the game.
because of the tech pause.
To close it out. And it was on Ascent din if I'm not mistaken. So, Ascent talaga yung deal breaker for this team. Kaya, it's nice na we will be starting on Ascent, El Clasico, the map where everything starts for Philippine Valorant, as I like to say.
Abay, mapa ng Pinoy nga naman kasi talaga ang Ascent, no? It's the classic, it's a blank canvas, it is a really good opportunity for everyone to create a lot of strategies and a lot of stuff that they want to play out or try something new. So this is going to be really, really crucial for our team players here, lalong-lalo na that we have a recent patch as well. But from what I have seen, they decided to stick with the usual team composition kasi nakita rin naman na we have the Omen, the Sovas, the Killjoys, etc. Kita we have the KO as well. It's just the usual really nice na lineup. Mirror matchup tayo dito for both teams. And mukhang magsisimulan tayo dito ngayon sa mapa ng Ascent.
Grabe naman yung throwing arm niya.
Grabe yung lineup, no?
Killjoy. Grabe. Yung galing, pero okay. In full fashion here for the side of LPE. Full steam ahead. Take note sila yung magsasimula on the attacking side. Alrek already getting that spike down inside the side of Game Lab. They're still complete here. Pero sa side ng LPE, they're still going for this retake, Mochi, and
Uy!
let's see.
right click, bigla tumama ka agad. Pero ngayon, ang kita ng dalawa na lang ni Iwan dito on the end of LPE. Pero titingnan na natin para mangyayari dito, lalo-lalo na si Omen na lang naiwan. At si Owen makakaisa pa. Pero tingin na natin ay mukhang papatumba niya pa itong dalawa na ni Iwan dito on the end of LPE. There might be a possibility na kayanin niya. Kaya lang, he's already running low in terms of health. At mukhang medyo magiging mahirap na to sa kanya. At talon, tamang right click lang on the end here from Alric. And that is going to be a round win.
Grabe,
Dito.
naririnig ko yung players kasi literal nakatabi lang natin.
Hype na
Sila.
hype. Sino ba naman di ma-hype sa ganyan, syempre?
Oo
For
nga
the
eh.
support,
Kapag
yung mga kumpare natin
oo,
dito.
Kapag may clutch, kapag may nangyayari, maririnig nyo din siguro yung boses nila. Pero, ayun nga, that is gonna be a good post-plant setup sa side, of course, ng TWC LPE. And take note on the attack mo na tong LPE. And then the side of Game Lab, they will be on the defense. So,
Napaka-smooth no, ng kanilang entrada dun eh.
yes.
Ang bilis
Tama,
lahat eh.
Nag-condensate agad. Wala, nandun si Ice eh.
No.
Nandun si Ice LPE. Pero, yun nga, salipan natin ang game plan nila for this round. It will be a 3-2 split. Halos tatlong miyembro ng ating attackers. Nakapwesto lang sila dito sa may B lobby. Pero, ngayon, nakatingin tayo kay Alric. Naghanap siya ng
Si Alric,
target sa
tahimik
Amy.
lang?
Oo, tahimik lang. Ang mga Alric, pero...
Si mga
ang mga Alric na nanonood, kung may Alric nga dyan.
Hello, P.
Oo nga, hello po.
Ayan. Actually, chillings lang sila no? Kasi
Lalakad pa sila. Oh,
they know the risk din kasi that the end of LPE has the rest of the buys and they want to at least try to get some people down para kahit papano sayang yung kanilang buy dito sa second round natin. Yun ay kung magagawa talaga nila. Ay, ang luto nga naman ang pagkatama ng bala na yon on the end of Owen na ngayon. They really have to get inside right here, right now. 4v5, they've got 35 seconds left. This is going to be a forced commit para sa kanila. Uy, tumama.
30
Oo.
seconds left.
Konti lang.
Sinalo ng Ture. Pero okay lang, naka-uptrot naman hanggang dito si Ice. LPE pushing forward right now. Ice 3X sa Conical dito kahit Paul X. Grabe, labanan ng mga X, mga kaibigan. Kahit hindi rin na-replyin kayo ng X nyo, okay lang. 3 versus 1 situation. Bogey with the 2K. Clanbit niya yung classic Jet gonna be getting Bogey.
10
Once
seconds
more. 9 seconds left. And
No
grabe!
time!
Grabe! The bullets are flying from 3. There's no time. 4 seconds left. Jet! Kahit Killjoy ang gamit ni Jet. Wala nang time. Masastuck lang siya dito. Might get this go towards Owen. Ooh. Will get one at least. And ooh.
Sayang yun.
Sinaraduhan ng pintuan. Sabi niya, hard block sa'yo pare.
Sayang yun. They've got all the buys. Hindi nila na-put their spike down just because na na-caught off guard sila the moment na meron tinamaan sa kanila sheriff sa mukha on the end here from LPE. Pero let's see.
That's the trend with
Yeah,
Game
that's
Lab.
the trend,
Mochi,
no?
magaling sila when it comes to the thrifty. Kahapon pa mga yan, hindi sila natatakot. Kahit
Very
nakapresa lang yan.
nice.
Pati yung nagugulat, classic lang ang gamit nila. Nakuha sila ng kill. At dahil dyan, the side of LPE, they will be forced to save. Jet will be the only one with the bulldog.
Kailangan may tawon.
Para immersive.
Immersive, wow. Grabe naman, no? But let's see if our players here will be able to try and think of a way kung paano nila mapapalagan itong end ng game lab. Lalong-lalo na nakita naman nila kung gaano sila napatumba kanina despite of having all the buys. Pero ayun, ako, oy, na-blind, pero ang tagal ata ng 1v1 nila doon. It's just the spray here in the end of Owen, pero at least they've been able to secure each other out. Ngayon, still an advantage here on the end of game lab. Pero si Jet makakaisa, maaaring makadalawa at makukuha niya ito. And this is going to be a potential for them to actually resume to their usual programming na maaaring makapunta sila dito sa A-site natin, pero they really have to calm down for a bit.
Naririnig ko din yung sigaw ng
Grabe,
ating viewers
no?
sa taas kasi may
Yun
watch
ang
party
immersive.
din tayo. May delay ata yung stream sa taas kaya siguro delay yung sigaw na.
Tayo na GC lang lahat eh, no?
O kung pababa mga yan. Nako, parang may isip na, ano ba to?
Palag na palag.
Tapos na pala yung clutch. Diba?
Tapos natin
Kung bababa-
papunta pala.
Oo nga eh.
30
Papunta pa lang sa
seconds
exciting part. Oo.
Ah.
Ay, binato ng sheriff.
Nagpalit.
Oo.
Nag-swap.
Okay lang yan.
Nagbato ng Recombolt.
Oo, 3 versus 3, Mochi.
Tingnan natin kung magkakaroon nga sila ng magandang execution dito. Pero ayun lang, tulad lang na ganon, Game Lab, abay, niwalis yung mga naiiwan ng mga member dito from the end of LPE. And immediately, that's going to be a 2-1 on our scoreline.
Yeah, and ito yung pinag-usapan namin yung series yesterday that there are times na masyadong nasa-stuck yung mga players natin in a certain area. And actually, the team that did that the most is si Olfu when they played up against LPE.
Oh,
As in,
yes.
lalo na on Ascent, nasa-stuck lang sila sa isang location, LPE, they grow impatient, dumidiretso na lang sila sa kanila and they're like, okay, kung ayaw nyo mag-plant, we'll just go with the elimination tactics. So, parang there are times na nangyayari talaga yun. But I do want to take this opportunity habang meron tayong onting pause here to give a shout out to the following organizations that is supporting us today. So, of course,
Hello, P.
to TIP QC, Manila Tempest.
Uy,
Gaming Society.
Tempest!
Oo.
Hello, Tempest!
Mga idol ko dyan sa Tempest. Ang ganda ng nila, jersey. My goodness, yung yellow and white. Tama yun,
and
diba?
it's very futuristic, no?
Yes.
And also, syempre, nandyan din ang TUP gear. Hello,
Of
P!
course. Hello po, TUP Gear, mga idol ko.
Uy,
Pero,
nag-goodbye!
on hold mo na kasi
Ito.
may ganap na agad.
Nag-goodbye yung mga namatay dito ngayon sa round natin. And right here, right now, Boogie! O bay, sino yawan? Itong si Alric.
Rinig na rinig yung sigaw nila.
Grabe yung mga sigaw.
Dahil hindi yata rinig sa mic, kami na lang sisigaw. Ah! Ayun, ganun yun. Ganun yun.
Hindi lang!
Nasisigaw din sa taas eh. Grabe, parang domino effect. So, nauna
May
mo na sa
mga
caster.
tumitili pa nga eh.
Oh, sa
Hindi lang
caster
sigaw.
table, sa player lounge, tapos sa viewing party. So, ang dami sumisigaw dito. Buti na lang walang nagpapa-noise complaint. Okay lang yun.
Buti walang
Shoutout-
nagpapabarangay dito,
Oo,
no?
shoutout mo na sa magulang ni Mochi kasi nandito daw
Hello,
sila.
P.
Sa Airpods and Airmats.
Amsi.
Kamusta po kayo dyan?
You're just chilling at the couch, pero mukhang hindi mag-chill itong mga members natin dito
Ow!
dahil kitang-kita naman game
Oh
lang.
my God!
Kahit na-depende silang umaatake. Tatlo na kagad na nakuha nito ni Paul X or Paul X, and now it's a 2v5, and now TWC don't know kung ano ang kanilang gagawin. And just as they see the opportunity na pamunta dito sa A-site natin with just like that, with the Blazer connecting onto one, maaari makuha niya yung ace pero hindi. Sumuporta si Dritch at direkta, flawless lang naman ang maipapakita dito ng Game Lab Alpha.
Well, I mean, this is not an outcome unknown to us yesterday when they played against Nakage. This was the scoreline, 4-0. The side of LPE though, I have to hand it to them. On Ascent, nagsimula sila on the defense. And doon nila nakuha yung maraming points sa first half. Now, the score is 4-1. And this is going to be the bye round for both of them. Pero delikado to for the side of LPE kasi they lose this next round,
Totoo.
they should be forced a save. So let's hope na this time they'll play a bit slower. Kasi maganda yung read dun ng ng game lab. The fact na alam nila it's going to be somewhat of the safer LPE. Sabi, sige, push na lang natin sila dito sa may mid link and then let's see what we can do with that. And
Yun yung nakakatakot dun
Yes.
no?
Oo.
Yung kontra nila.
Ayun, nagpupush ulit
Ayun
sila,
na
oh.
nga. Sila na nga yung umaatake kahit sabihin natin na defenders dito. That is the curse that they don't want to do kasi they will be stuck in a cycle of buying and saving all over again. And so far, Game Lab is capitalizing on that idea na alam nila na kayang-kaya nilang talunan ng LPE and they've been overpowering them. LPE with this tendency, sila ay nagiging reactive with this one. So that's going to be a really difficult situation para sa LPE and this is going to be a challenge for them kung paano nila ito makukontra for the upcoming rounds to come.
Correct. Correct ka sa kontra dyan, partner. Grabe, parang kanaling parang showtime lang.
Oo nga.
Oo nga. Pero wala, tahimik eh.
Tahimik.
LPE. Papaisip sila dito.
Oh, they're
Let's
gonna
see how
try
they can
again.
knock this push here. Sabay! Sila papapasok dito sabay. A-side si Onyx fails to get that first line of defense for the side of Game Lab Alpha. And this is the chance for
Uy, nauntog.
LPE to capitalize on this. May sakot din sila sa Hunter's Fury, mga kaibigan. It's gonna be a 3 versus 2 situation here. Si XT, nakakuha naman siya ng isa. But not enough to get that final kill. And good spray coming from Dritch there to get that kill towards Levi. Ako! Saan sila magawa yun? Woo! Nice sprays all throughout by Dritch and Bogey to get this round once again, turning this into a 5-1 advantage. And yung sinasabi ko kay Dritch, yung last game ng Game Lab Alpha, you got Dritch with a 15 kills. But might I tell you, those kills were very, very important. Without Dritch, I can definitely say Game Lab would not have won that game number 2 yesterday. Kasi I don't know if you saw that play, but yesterday it was also on the SEM. Nandoon lang siya sa boathouse. Meron siyang judge. Nakuha siya ng isa. We thought babagsak siya after that because, you know, it's like phantoms up against a judge. Pero nakukuha pa siya ng dalawa. So that's 3 kills already. And taking out the attackers in the site is very important kasi yung spike nandoon din. So, impact player. Dritch, gotta give quick shoutouts to my man. One of the most entertaining KOs I've seen in a
Or
while.
shoutout din daw sa mother niya.
Yes.
Nasa tinapasabi ni Dritch, no? Pero ngayon, mukhang merong na namang mga mapapasigaw na mga supporters dito, lalong-lalo na pinupunterya nila itong A-site natin. Ngayon, papasok na sila. Dritch natin tamang abang lang dito. Pinakapitalize itong dark covers natin, pero siya ay matatamaan na marami mga bala. At paunti-unti, sila ay makakapasok dito sa A-site natin. But at the same time, there's going to be a struggle kung paano sila makakakontra dito. Lalong-lalo na lockdowns have been put down here in the end of LPE. At paunti-unti, is this going to be an opportunity for them to go for the counter? Game la paunti-unti rin. Pinapabagsak lahat ng mga member dito from the end of LPE. Paul X will be catching them, all of them off guard just the moment they've been able to secure the objective. And that's going to be an immediate win on the end of Game Lab once again.
And already 5-point lead para sa side ng Game Lab Alpha. And you know, I have to hand it to them, a map like Ascent. You have to make sure you can get as much points as you can. The fact that this map is very small and then there's no waiting period na. Kasi, yun nga this is a map that's been a while since the release of Valorant, if I'm not mistaken.
It's been there.
Yeah, it's been there since 2020 siya na-release, if I'm not mistaken, no? June 2020.
It's been 3
Wow,
years.
exactly.
No?
Happy birthday po sa inyo.
Happy birthday, P.
Kaka-celebrate lang nila I think June 10,
Yeah.
diba? June 10, so kaka-celebrate lang. So, ayun, timeout will be called sa side ng LPE. Sabi ni Ice, teka, balik muna tayo sa freezer. Kailangan mo na mag-solidify kasi
Natutunaw na sa
nasa
init ng laban
nasa
no?
melting point ng side ng ating pirata. So, they're gonna have to talk things over. So, yun nga, pero while we're waiting, no?
Actually,
Shoutout, of course, sa ating, kasi yung players natin may mga shoutouts.
Ay, ito!
So, sino nga ba, Mochi? Sino nga
from
ba?
LPE.
LPE
Ito,
man na,
yung kumanta ng one thing la, bago go down, no? From 8 ballin, si JJ Kai shoutout daw sa'yo. Yun yung kanta ng 8 ballin nga, pre! Ano yun? Ayun nga lang yung kanta Tapos,
Hindi,
ano
pati
daw?
pati
Kay
si Grant
Ronson,
nakaisip
Go
din.
Infiltrator. Tsaka kay Chester Gonzaga na recently gumraduate. Well, congrats, P.
Congrats.
Manifesting job opportunities for you po. And then as well
Yan
as...
talaga yung maalaga
Yeah, yung girlfriend ni Jet, ayan, kay Gian Wee. Uy, may bebe buff. May bebe buff itong si Jet. So, yeah, shout out from the end of LPE.
Sana Charis. Anyways, okay.
Anyways.
Balik muna tayo.
Move
Tama,
on.
tapos
Moving
na yun.
on.
Moving on.
By the
Tayo
way.
dapat matuto tayo magbubot, diba? Ganun lang dapat yun. Pero let's see, kasi 6-1. Si Owen, okay? Okay?
Uy! May
Nakita
namataan.
siya ng isa. Oo, pero tuloy-tuloy yung papasok dito ng LPE. Take note, Mochi, kapag nagta-timeout ng mga teams natin, usually magandang reset yan for them to try and win the rest of the round. Ang tanong, kakayanin pa to ng LPE. Onyx with the first kill already. Fall X with the second. Owen with the third. And Pogi with the fourth and the fifth. Very, very quick elimination sa side ng Game Lab Alpha.
Despite of the timeout, parang binaliwala lang ng Game Lab Alpha, no?
Baka kasalanan natin. Tayo yung nag-shoutout ng ano eh. Tayo yung nag-shoutout.
Tayo ba yung...
Kahapon,
We claim the
Nakaser-
fault.
Oo, kahapon
Caster
Caster
curse.
kami palagi na yung series eh. Anyway.
Halawag.
Oo, pero... yun nga.
BO5 to, tapos... Ganun yung caster curse na upcoming. Please no. Pero anyways, it's going to be safe route na naman the end of LPE. They'll be forced to get their respective stingers, their pistols, and whatnot. Pero ngayon, nakikita natin na yung mga member natin dito ay maaaring mag-chillax lang muna. Maaaring meron silang mga i-secure ng mga tao dito from the end of Game Lab. Pero kabaliktaran ang nangyayari dito. Full X already good for 2. At paunti-unti makikita natin Jet from the backlines he will be able to get 2. Pero, meron pa rin hahabol dito. Ditch for the trade. And we will be seeing an immediate win na naman. Parang dumaan lang itong Game Lab Alpha. And that's going to be an 8-1 astounding performance here from the end of GL.
Okay, a bit concerning. Ito yung map pick ng LPE. And
Not gonna lie.
Yeah, they have some good picks here, but unfortunately, not really enough for round wins here.
Yeah.
Game Lab on the other end, very good at anticipating dahil dyan makaka-invest sila on a operator on the side of Owen QT. And
Placing swarm grenade.
might look for a target here in A main. Now, let's see ano ba ang pang-counter attack ng LPE na to because of course, that is gonna be a 4-1 split for them. Halos lahat nandito sa my B lobby. You only have one initiator here in mid-top and actually already going for this mid control, and this is good that we're seeing this aside ng LPE. They need this. Ascent is a map where mid control is very much essential. Kaya it's never too late to capitalize on that if you can. Pero tingnan natin, nandito na naman si Dritch. Nasa tabi niya yung mga halaman. Ipapangga pa siya ng halaman. Great pop flash though! Lovely crossover for them, but Ice is gonna be getting Dritch out of the way here. Tingnan natin kung makikita pa niya dito si Paul X. Good job on that pick. However, the side of LPE, they will be reduced to 1 after that operator shot by Owen Cutie. And then that is going to be Ice with the 3K. Will he be able to get that 5K ace clutch for the side of LPE? Pero dahan-dahan lang naman daw. Oh my goodness! Nakita na siya nakita. Pero hindi siya nakikita. Oh, Onyx! They get that final gift wrap signed, sealed, delivered sa side ng Game Lab Alpha. That would have been a close one, Mochi.
Oo nga eh. I mean, kakasabi mo lang kanina nakatabi niya yung mga halaman, bigla na lang mga katawan na mga wala ng buhay, no? Yung naging katabi niya nun.
Kung hindi niya siguro sinira yung owl drone.
Oo,
Tapos tumalon siya
kayang-kaya
agad sa taas.
sana.
O, makakuha na niya agad si, si Bogey.
Afford, no?
Oo.
That's very, very unfortunate. I
Unlucky.
really thought na yun na yung opportunity on the end of LPE to try and walk out from the deep pit that they're in right now. Lalo-lalo na ano
Yes.
yun? May gesture.
Sorry.
May stick man na naglalakad. But now, operator natin still exists in the hands of Owen. Pero ngayon hindi na nag-exist si Ice 3X dito. And now it's going to be an advantage na naman the end of Game Lab Alpha. As per usual, unfortunately, hindi pa nakakakita na magandang groove ang LPE kung paano sila makakabawi dito at paunti-unti papasukin na nitong A-site natin with Onyx being able to guard it down. Already good for 119 HP left at paunti-unti rin ay malalaga si mga N dito the end of LPE. And now, is going to be a chance pa rin. Doable, pero medyo mahirap pumalag.
A little bit ambition from Fallex there, but upside for them is nakuha sila ng information na ang natitirang membro ng LPE is going to be stuck here in A main. We do have a lineup set up by the Recon Bolt that should be able to ping someone, but nope, will be destroyed immediately. Still a fighting chance here for LPE, ah. Low health na nga dito sa Onyx. Let's see if XT can catch someone off guard. Kailangan nila i-check yung right and left because it's a crossfire set up by them. Onyx. Let's see if the timing will be good. Pick. Okay, XC to get that first one. Isang petasan lang dito kay Onyx, pero may turret siya. That will be denied. It will be a 2 versus 2 situation. Spike will be left just beside of Generator. Dito sa may dice no. Dritch is waiting for a target all the way inside of the side doors will be closed. Owen has a little opening now. Portion ng isa, but will fall down to XT. 12 seconds left on the clock. It will be Dritch versus XT door. Almost broken here, Mochi. And Dritch is on the way to heaven.
Yup,
Never mind.
Finik
Never
na lang
mind.
yun, no? Still going to be at the tree area, garden natin. Tamang zigzag lang siya doon. Pero
The
nako,
timing.
narinig. At ngayon, siya yung wala na. And hindi na siya makakanino. Now, it is going to be 4K on the end of XT. XT, very, very impactful round. It's going to be a really good na impact dito on their team. And hopefully, that can boost their morale somehow.
You know, this is a blind spot. Yesterday din may nahuli dito on the side of, if I'm not mistaken, yung LPE din, they got that play there. So it's really good. It's a good job na they're playing for that A main strategy. And personally, I would also, leave it inside of the site kahit sa may dice. I don't really like playing in hell because you don't have that freedom, that movement as opposed to my A main. But let's just see. Speaking of freedom, it's gonna be Ice getting out of danger from the captive hands of that Monster Fury. Onyx will be getting a great spray on that Phantom, gets that 2-punch, but Jet will be able to get the refrag. So far, this is the last round for this first half. LPE looking to get that number 3, activate that 9-3 curse, but aside of Game Lab, Alpha is thinking otherwise. Glitch here, getting Ice out of the way. Fall X will be getting XT, and Fall X, everything falls into place because that is going to be another kill on their end. 10-2. And take note, LPE managed to pull this off versus Olfu. But Game Lab Alpha said, kami naman.
Given them a taste of their own poison, kumbaga, no? So, in
Lalason.
this second half, there is a potential na LPE or TWC LPE will be able to find their groove, sana, because we have been able to know na in terms of the defending end, dun sila lamang eh. So, hopefully, they will be able to do that or hopefully na makuha nila yon. And instead, kahit na they have a long way to go with the 8-point difference for this first match, hopefully makakuha sila ng consecutive rounds na maaari nilang ipangpantay dito sa points ng Game Lab Alpha ngayon. Kahit na mahirap ito.
Scanning ahead.
And tayo sa mahirap eh. But you know what they say?
Laban.
Laban lang. You never know your true strength until you have to use all of it. And so far, pistol rounds will start off for this next half. Game Lab Alpha already 2 kills to their belt. The side of LPE now, kuha na sila ng isa. Managed to get Rich out, but XC is gonna be getting a Onyx as well, making this a 3 versus 3 situation. Take note na medyo low health na nga dito si Bogey. To be very sure. Fall X. Okay, good spot by the turret. Great job to get that crosshair on point. XT will fall down. Dalawa na lang natitira sa side ng LPE, Mochi.
Dalawa na nga lang and they're on the defense pero paunti-unti Levi tumatrabaho dito. Isa-isang napapatumba mga miyembro dito in the end of game nag-alpha pero immediate trade here in the end of Owen. Ang sagot dito sa KO natin but Jet would still be here and magkakakita silang dalawa pero sino una maglalad ng bala? Owen lang naman pala ang makakagawa na and that's going to be a clutch on his end and ever so smoothly, Game Lab Alpha is making their way upstairs.
Muntikan na yun. Actually, Jet had the upper hand there. Nakita niya agad si Owen, but, well, just good job for Owen there to get the adjustment. I think Jet, you know, not being able to adjust just in time, and that round will go towards Game Lab Alpha once again, and look at this. The side of LPE, they will be going for the buys, yes. And I believe that's a good move. They need to throw everything they can. Right now, 11-2 na nga ang ating scoreline. Pag tumating na yan sa match point, it's going to be very much harder.
Uy!
Okay, we're not gonna talk about that. So far, Paranoia gonna head straight into Marketplace. Jet here will be going down towards up. Pero hinabol siya ni Paul X. Pero nagpapakol siya sa inyo siya.
Uy!
Nakol dito. It's gonna be bodies. Drop it 11. Right. Drop it like it's hot. Mochi 3 versus 2. Situacion.
Ay, nagbabaksakan dito in 3v2. Pero kikita natin dito Ice 3X. Abay, nistingan lang naman sa mukha tong si Owen with the spikes still being planted here at the B side. Abay, tapos na and all they have to do is go for the retake. At kung yun ay magiging possible para sa kanila knowing that both of their players, some of them are running low, one for each. But now you got 2 ages suppressed here, unable to use their abilities. And now, they'll be entirely wouldn't be able to use those dahil patay na sila. And that's going to be a match point be secured here in the end dito sa Game Lab Alpha. And ngayon, nako, nag-force ang LPE kanina.
I know, it's definitely not a position they want to be in. And for anyone for that matter, you'd expect that coming off of the bonus round, you should have enough money to purchase what you need. Pero sa ngayon, you can see it's a very mixed buy. Yung tipong mukhang halo-halo na nga.
Literal na.
Nagugutom ako. Nagkikrave din ako ng halo-halo. Pero that is what it's gonna be for the side of LPE. Game Lab Alpha, however, they should anticipate that they have enough. But Ice, with that first blood, Fall X will fall down here. That is a very important kill. Kahit naka-stinger lang siya. Not really sure kung nakakuha siya ng Vandal there. But XC with the Sheriff kill. Levi as well. LPE making magic happen. And this thrifty round might just go to them. And they should be getting weapon steal so far. Dredge, the only one left here, trying to make a play. Nice sprays. XC's very low and healthier. It is going to be faced with a stinger through the dark cover. And LPE will be taking one more round, making this a 12-3. And that's what I love about casting Valorant, Mochi. You never really know until you watch them play. And look at that.
The turn has
Against
been
all
tabled.
odds. Yes.
No, nabaliktad. But at the same time, we're seeing some signs of life, no? May hininga, may pulso itong TWC LPE ngayon at paunti-unti makikita natin kung meron pa rin bang posibilidad para sa kanila na umakyat paunti-unti dito sa laban natin. It's just the first match of this best of 5 series pero kailangan din nilang i-take into account kung gaano ka-critical na makuha mo yung unang punto sa series na to dahil yun ang magdidikta ng huling yung kabuuan ng iyong mga laro. Kaya naman paunti-unti makikita rin natin Game Lab Alpha susubukan na harapin itong mga membro natin from the end of TWC LPE na merong mga barrel, full-blown guns that they've been able to buy is now a 2v4 and still Game Lab Alpha has been able to reverse the tides and paunti-unti with the plan being with the spike being planted here at the inside. We're seeing one more person here existing. XT. Nako, wala na siyang magagawa doon. That is a thrifty round even from the end of Game Lab Alpha.
It is a back-to-back thrifty for both ends here. Kita nga natin for our players over at the side of Game Lab. Tamang show mo na, tayo mo na. Parang gusto kayo.
Well, ito na nga guys.
Sige, kami din. Kami din.
Tayo na din tayo.
Oo, kami din. So, ayun nga ang ating first match with LPE and Game Lab. Ang ating score, that is going to be 13-3. So, 13 minus 10-3. Yan ang score.
Wow,
to the
quick
power,
maths.
To the power of love.
Ay!
Sorry.
Wala.
Wala. Okay, ganun yun eh. So, ayun nga, that is gonna be our first game. And you know, you said it yourself, Mochi. We'll just wait for a bit bago natin makita yung highlight replay. But closing out that round, you know, what can you say? Back-to-back thrifties? I mean, nobody really expects that. But, you know, we could have seen something like more from the side of LPE. You know, that first half, I think they were just a little bit lost there. They tried to push it onto that second half. And then, you know, tell me about it. What are your thoughts on that, on the back-to-back thrifties? Because that was insane.
Ang masasabi ko lang, kasi binanggit mo na rin kanina na doon magaling si Game Lab Alpha, you know. Napaka-substantial ng paggamit nila ito ng mga pistols nila, specifically with the sheriffs and even just the ghost on its own. It's very, very impactful kahit na it's just the pistols, but they know how to capitalize on the one-tap capacity or ability na maaari nila makuha from that one. And in that, kitang-kita naman din with the difference in terms of siguro experience na rin, no? In terms of their motor skills with being able to gun someone down with just the pistols contra with the holders of vandals, phantoms, and whatnots. Pero yes, we have seen kung gaano kagaling si Game Lab Alpha, kung paano nila masya-shutdown yung ganong team. And we can say that LPE really had to fight strongly or fight hard. And nakita naman natin kung gaano sila nahirapan with this one. And hopefully na kahit pa paano ay mabasa nila kung ano yung maaari nila magawa dito on the end of Game Lab Alpha. Kasi there's been rounds na they're being caught off guard continuously to the point na they don't know what to do. Hindi na lang trade yung mga kasama nila. And in the end is hindi na sila nakakakontra. Specifically, put the spike down, but everyone's gonna be eliminated on the spot.
I mean, you said it yourself, of course, in terms of the elimination game. Meron naman tayo mga panahon na napaplant agad yung ating spike, but in most cases, Game Lab, no, on the attack and on the defense rather, there were moments na they just decided, okay, hindi na kami mag-iantay. Kapag nakita namin na clear yung mid, diretso na lang kami sa mid lane or kahit dun sa may catwalk, let's see who's there, and then let's play the information game. So, one of the things I genuinely love, you know, as we're pulling up the highlights in terms of a map like Ascent, is kahit double initiator yung setup mo, you don't necessarily have to rely on the utilities for the recon. What I mean is kahit ikaw mismo yung magpupush sa may, yun nga, sa may mid-top or even towards 3, you can find the information by yourself while saving your utilities for the retake or the post-plant. Diba? I mean, pwede mo naman i-launch yung 0 point in the recon bolt as early as the round starts. That's usually what we see. And then when it comes a little bit later to the retake, doon na natin nakikita na confident na sila mag-push. That's why the Sova MKO meta has been you know, very useful.
No? Yeah.
Very rampant. Kasi Sova's a little bit more of that passive agent. Pero KO is kind of like the hybrid with Reyna eh. Kaya nakikita natin yung mga initiators recently is more on flash sila imbes sa on the aggressive type of utilities, diba? Hindi katulad ng like si Sky, she has her Trailblazer, but she also has the Guiding Light. And she can even use her regrowth to heal. So, there's this the additional quirks we get to these agents na, you know, just works well. And it's fantastic. This was a mirror matchup, but of course, aside of Game Lab, they just played a much better match here.
Yep.
No? And with that said, I think we'll just load up our post-game summary in just a bit. But while we are waiting, gusto ko lang po i-shoutout ang ating viewers. So, shoutout to Jeric De Guzman. Sabi niya,
Uy.
pa-shoutout yung Olfu kasi actually they're also here
Oo
sa
nga,
studio.
nanonood sila, no?
Yes,
Sa taas. I saw
yes,
their,
nakita
the
ko yung
players
jerseys nila.
wearing their jerseys, yeah.
Parang
Hello,
nagsha-shoutcast din
T.
sila sa taas eh. So, kung...
Rinig na rinig mo yung mga sigaw nila.
Okay. So, hello. Kasi nandun lang kayo sa taas. Nandito lang kami sa baba. Sana okay po kayo. And of course, thank you for joining the tournament, Olfo, and passing by to watch our grand finals. You guys had an exciting match yesterday versus LPE. So, very excited to see more from your squad. Lalo na when it comes to not just collegiate tournaments, but for amateur tournaments, pro tournaments as well. But with that said, let's take a look at our post-match report. Mochi,
Ayan.
ano masasabi mo dito?
Well, from what we have seen here, it is very visible naman on the end of Game Lab Alpha. Fall X been able to exhibit a huge amount of eliminations, and not only that, space being freed, which is what a Jet should do or what Duelist should do overall. And nakita naman natin gano'ng kaganda rin yung nagiging capitalization niya with the Blade Storm. Hindi pa ako nakakakita ng Blade Storm na nagamit niya na nasasayang. On the end of TWC LPE, however, it is evident that they put up such of a fight. Nahirapan sila dito, but still kahit papano they've still been able to try and push through. And kahit papano, Jet, actually nagustuhan ko yung mga flanks na ginagawa ni Jet dito as a killjoy. Is very very useful, and hopefully that we can see that further later on. But just as I was saying, that here's going to be the MVP of our match just now. Fall X on the Jet pick, 18-10, 3 KDA, and we have seen, like what I said earlier, very very close to the role at nagampanan niya yon ng maganda.
Yeah, Fall X has already been showing us since yesterday kung bakit deserving siya of that MVP status. And yeah, what a match from him, you know, playing as a Jet should. Ang dami niyang opportunities to get those wonderful picks kahit naka-double up draft siya. And you know, I have to credit him kasi there are so many times na ginagamit na yung utilities ni Jet to just get out of danger. And it's just really fun to watch someone show us that specialty with an agent like Jet, who's always been a favored pick, lalo na sa, in the essence of pro games sa Valorant.
Yep.
There's never an absence of a Jet.
Despite
in
the
most
nerf, no?
series. Yeah, despite the
Nandyan pa
nerf.
rin.
I mean, that's the beauty of Valorant and FPS games in total. Kaya nga may mga adjustments na yan to make sure na balanced out yung competition amongst everyone para, you know, just, you know, balance it out somehow.
Or shifting the meta as well,
Yeah,
diba?
that-
Para naman
that
merong
also.
something na bago. Something to spice it up, kumbaga, no? Sa mga rekado natin, meron laging nadadagdag
Yes,
and
something
nagbabago yung ating dish na deliver, ino-offer sa mga tumatangkilik nito.
Oo nga. But, yeah, you know, great first game. A quick one, of course. I don't know ano yung trend natin dito sa, ano, kapag may Valorant games dito sa Dark League, usually game number 1
Yeah.
happens really, really quick. But, you know, best of 5 pa naman ang ating series. So, it's still gonna be a long day, of course, if our teams choose to do so. But, you know, while we're waiting, just want to give quick shoutouts to our sponsors once again. So, sino nga ba ang ating sponsors for this Rise of Agents Valorant tournament, Mochi?
Well, of course, for our official gaming peripherals and gaming gear, Fantech Philippines, shoutout po sa iyo at maraming salamat because ito po ang ating upuan na inuupuan ngayon. Napaka-comfy naman nga talaga. No? Pwede na akong makatulog dito anytime. Pero syempre, work tayo dito. Need a pick up coffee. Itong ating official coffee partner. Hawak-hawak ni Yusuke. Ubus na ang kanyang kape. The best and most affordable coffee for gamers. And of course, the one and only Acer Philippines as our official gaming laptop partner. Yan ang gamit ating mga players ngayon. Acer Predator, it lies within.
And of course, grabe, kaya pala suot niya yung ano, Saltel Flex lang na may Predator jacket to Saltel lang. Ako na naka-blue lang. Okay lang.
Oy, kulay pa rin ng Predator yun.
Oo nga, pero may nakasulat pa dito na Predator? Wala. Ako na mismo maging Predator.
Hoy, wag! Parang iba yung meaning nun sa akin.
No.
Please, no.
Feral. Doon tayo
Feral,
sa ano,
feral.
parang yung Predators versus Aliens, ganon. Yun yung naisip natin.
Okay, good.
Ganon, yung
Good.
ganon. Okay.
Naklaro.
Okay, move on na bago tayo yes, thank you. So, all right. Anyways, We still have some shoutouts from the players,
Yeah.
Mochi. So, kanina binanggit na natin yung sa LPE for Game Lab. Anyone they wanna shout out who may be watching our stream?
From Aeonix, ayan, mga tropa ni Aeonix dyan. Si Como Chiquit, really interesting name. Austin Renz and Gray, shout out from Aeonix. And yung mother ni Drich, wow, shout out sa kanyang napaka-supportive na mother. And for Owen Cutie, sabi naman is Monkey, Tito Reggie, Mama Melinda, and si Papa Reynaldo. Shout out naman po sa inyo. And of course, si Boogie naman, pinapa-shoutout niya si Paul, si Charles, at ang sa kanilang mga bosses and supporters ng Game Lab Alpha. And finally, si Paul X na merong bebe buff. Pa-shoutout daw kay JC na kanyang jowa, no? And as well as ang kanyang Mama May. June na ngayon no? Pero, yan, si Mama May. Si Mama May.
Ayan. Of course,
Ayan.
lagi ako natutuwa when the players shout out their moms and I remember
Yeah, it's so cute and heartwarming, no?
Yeah, I mean, we just concluded, we just had a convention recently, no? Sa mga aware dyan. I remember passing by the VCT booth, tapos yung mga magulang ng players.
Ay, nakaupo sila sa front row,
Oo.
no?
And
Yeah.
they're just watching their
Nakakatuwa.
players. It's really fun. And I remember casting kasi for the collegiate tournament for COD M. Tapos yung team kasi nun, it was Cobra Esports. So, kung kilala nyo si Exotic from MVP, no? Kasama siya sa Cobra Esports. The squad from, if I'm not mistaken,
Is it La Salva? Ay,
hindi.
hindi.
No, Cobra Esports.
Ay, Cobra. Okay,
Hindi.
okay.
Oh, iba yun. Iba
Yung Western something yun na university. Sa Visayas yun ang alam ko yung school
sa
na
FINMA, diba?
Oo.
And then, for the side naman of, yung kalaban nila was yung Valiant Archangels, yung Holy Angel
Yeah.
University. Tapos,
Yes.
grabe, since groups nila, actually playoffs, semifinals. Yung semifinals kasi hindi siya naganap dun sa may SMX. Dun siya sa may sa neighboring campus. Kaya parang watch party SQ type bago tayo dumating sa finals. Sa mukhang stage,
NU mo
diba?
ba yun?
Oo, yun.
Okay.
And then, so, yun nga, ever since the playoffs, napansin ko na may mga babae na nakasuot ng how jersey. Sabi ko, parang nagtanong sila. Sabi, hi po, pwede ba umupo dyan? Kasi parang per rows lang kasi yun. Sabi ko, pwede naman. Ay, hindi. First, gino ko sila, sabi sa kanya, bawal. Sabi na, okay. Tapos umalis. Sabi ko, joke lang, tunod ba? Bumalik sila. And then, yun nga, tawag ko sa kanila, kasi sila yung mga girlfriends ng players. So, sabi ko, yung
Ay! Lahat sila may kanya-kanyang bebe
apat sila.
ba? Kaya
Oo,
pala
apat sila
OP.
na may jersey. Oo, apat sila na may how jersey. Kala ko parang supporter or like club. Lahat pala sila yung parang NBA wives. Parang ganun yung
Oo,
style.
very supportive,
Oo,
no?
or
Pero sa
PBA
esports,
wives.
sa
Oo.
collegiate
So, yung
naman
tawag
siya.
ko sa kanila, yung housewives of Archangels. Yun yung tawag ko sa kanila.
Oh,
kasi
that's so witty.
HAU, diba?
That's so
Housewives
nice,
of
yeah.
Archangels. So, I'm so smart. I'm so, like, matadino, guys. Like, oh my God.
I mean, can't deny that. Alam naman natin gano'ng katabarin yung utak mo in terms of that type of stuff. And it's really nice. Ano yan?
Masyadong excited. May pick-up coffee buff kasi tayo today. Kaya ganun. Pero, ayun nga. Anyways, we're gonna be preparing for our draft. So, dire-diretso na tayo agad sa game number 2. Grabe. Walang pahinga. Diretso lang.
Pahinga.
Parang-
Tuloy-tuloy.
Oo. Parang ano lang, parang roller coaster. Napakabilis. Napaka-exciting.
Napaka-dynamic.
Ganun lang
Ba't
So,
may pasigaw?
oo. Ganun yun. Siyempre, pag nasa roller coaster, o sige.
Alam mo-
habang wala pa yung race, kunwari nasa roller coaster tayo, o hawak ka muna
Eh,
sa
ganito.
Pakita namin sa'yo kung gaano katibay itong Fantech chair. Okay.
Papunta saan? Papunta saan?
Kaliwa mo na.
Oh!
O, pagkanan.
Oh!
O, likod.
Uy! Biglang nag-recline yung... Kinabahan ako sa'yo.
Di na next. Ano, gusto mo mahulog ako dito sa mesa? Ito naman, o. Kaya, o, kita mo, diba? Pwede
Alam
pang
nyo
roller
guys,
coaster.
nag-pick
Diba?
up coffee ako, buti na lang not too much. Pakiramdam ko aatakihin ako pag nagtagal pa ako dito dahil kay Yusuke.
Ano ba yung favorite drink ko? For me kasi,
Oh, sige, ano?
sa akin, favorite ko yung Spanish latte or in their own version. Tawag kasi nila sa Spanish latte is yung kape, Castilla.
Aha.
Tapos yung ininom mo, yung mestizo.
Mestizo.
Ayun, I think yun is a little
Choose
bit
your
more...
colonizer.
Mochi, you can't say that. I'm half white.
Oo nga pala. Okay lang yan. I love you.
Best of both worlds eh. Okay. Ano ba yan?
Oo nga.
Yung mga pinag-uusapan natin dito. Medyo ano,
Ay,
parang nasa klase ako ulit. Pwede ba graduate na? Pwede tapos na yun.
I mean, ako din naman pa all day. Oh my God, we're
Pwede pahinga mo
getting
na
old.
kasi Ayun, nakapili na yung mga players natin. So, ano nga ba yung second map natin?
Second
Mochi?
map natin, Lotus. Tama-tama,
Ayun.
no? Meron tayong Vibrant Harbor. Oh, parang similar to yesterday.
Ulit, diba?
Yeah.
So, ayun, what a map selection. Kasi, Lotus at first, very daunting siya na mapa eh.
Yes.
Like, maganda siya sa trailer. Tsaka nun Conquest, may Lotus din na mapa doon na pop up na may waterfall.
In real life na Lotus, no?
Diba? Munti ka na ako nahulog dyan. Pero okay na. Hindi ko nakita na may paddle eh. So, sorry, nag-cartwheel lang ako ng saglit. Anyways, so, ayun na nga. Ready. Oh, wala na yung tugs-tugs. So, seryoso na. Ready na ang ating players. Ladies and gentlemen, it's still going to be the Walled City LPE starting on the defense versus Game Lab Alpha on the attack. Mochi, pasok!
Naku. Kakasabi mo lang nun sa rabul natin, may nadaplisan at namatay na kaagad dito on the end of Game Lab Alpha at mukhang maganda naging start natin dito from the end of PWC LPE. And little by little, we're seeing the contrary. Being able to put down some members here in the end of TWC LPE. And paunti-unti, they've been able to put the spike down here sa ating B site, which is something really interesting kasi they vouch for the B site instead of going for A. Sa bagay, pistol round pa lang naman to. And we will see kung may posibilidad ba na makapag-take over tong TWC LPE despite of the odds. They've been able to narrow it down to 2 more people, but just like that, Boogie, abay, makakuha siya ng 3K para sa unang round natin. Ay, nag-iinit yung mga kamay ng mga players natin dito.
Oo, medyo humid kasi yung hangin dito sa Lotus eh. Kahit may tubig.
Actually, yes. It's
Oo,
tropical
sakto
eh.
lang. Oo, kaya mas malamig kasi may cascade tayo courtesy of Harbor
Yep.
by Aeonics, diba? Pero, yun nga. Same result as earlier. We saw the side of Game Lab take that pistol round. And yeah, look at that. LPE learning their lesson, I believe. Kasi hindi sila bibili ng additional weapons for this round. They will still go for safe. They have 1 Marshall available, pero that's it for them. As this round is gonna start off. Good guiding light to get information here sa may C lobby. Pero patuloy-tuloy ang pagrampa ng ating Game Lab over to B, and they do have members waiting here in Rubble. And yes, as I say that, Ice will already be eliminated.
That's too bad. I mean, alam naman natin na malaki talaga yung advantage when you try to hover dito sa A site natin kasi not only that you've been able to secure a site, pero meron ka rin B-link dyan, pero mukhang malilink yung mga bala natin dito on the end of Jet. Pero immediate na counter dito on the end of the members ng Game Lab, and now it turns into 2 more people existing to TWC LPE with Rich possibly looking forward to one of the players here already running low in terms of health, and you really have to save the guns when possible. Pero Owen will be able to catch him off guard using the Marshall in its own. There's this round naman na talaga na mapupunta dito sa the end of Game Lab Alpha knowing that they've been able to buy. Pero uy, anong crosshair yun? Nakita mo yun? Ang laki ng crosshair niya!
Ito naman, napaka-judger.
Nagulat lang ako. Nagulat ako dun sa crosshair.
Okay lang yan, at least hindi yung tipong red cross na malaki na may
Sa
outline na
bagay,
black. Diba?
hindi yung chunky na crosshair. Semi cross. Ayan
Yung
no?
sakto lang. Oo. Sakto lang yan.
Sakto lang ba? Sakto lang ba?
Oh my God, Mochi.
Sakto
Let
lang ba
people
yun?
live their
I'm feeling it's too,
lives.
chunky.
Oh my
As a for a crosshair.
God, that's so professional and ethical. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Huwag muna natin ilabas yung ang ating
Kardashian.
wala mo na. Kasi mamaya meron tayong si Elise Thermopolis.
Yeah. Elise will be
Aldi
here
of
later.
Genovia. Oo, yan yung full name ni Elise. Mamaya yun.
Very
Pero sa
fancy.
ngayon, oo. Ganyan talaga pag royalty of Genovia.
Well, this time though, uy, mukhang balak nilang pumunta dito sa seaside natin. Si Jet lang ang nandito. Mukhang, nako, baka wala nang kawala si Jet dito. Abay, nakagat ng aso. And immediately, masusundan to ng mga bala na kokonekta sa kanya. At paunti-unti rin, makakapasok sila dito sa seaside natin. And actually, just in a bit, they'll be able to put the spike down. With all the pre-fires happening here, all through the cascade na mayroon. And now, they still have a lot of utilities na maaaring magamit dito in the end of TWC LPE. At sana, i-capitalize nila yon na maganda with all of the information. Hindi sila masyado nagkakaroon ng access dito. But, at the same time, just like a wave, sila ay papasukin ng TWC LPE. And the rest of them are gonna fall down. The possibility of them sticking down onto the spike. Oh no, bro, okay, meron ako tumawala! Yung kanyang Cloudburst, and just like that, Game Lab Alpha, Boogie, with a 4K, will be able to shut him down.
Grabe, second round dun. Pero great effort no, sa side ng LPE to try and go for that retake. Unfortunately, the Cloudburst was nerfed
Sad.
because the purpose of that smoke, you know, is to just cover her tracks. It does not work the same way as a controller smoke would.
Bilis na agad maano
oo,
eh,
yung
no?
duration
Wala.
niya, nabawasan nga yun eh.
Yeah.
It was longer before. And then, the devs realized that people use it like a controller smoke. Kaya
Yes.
ginawa na siyang mas mabilis na mag-dissipate.
Enough of that, yeah.
Yes. And, well, speaking of speed, the side of Game Lab Alpha once again to a hot start, 0-3 right off the gates. LPE will be forced to make another save here. They're pushing towards Rubble. That will be Ice and Albert going down already here in A side, and that will be XT as well. So wala na tayong defenders over at the east side of our map. That spike is going to be planted in B side, Mochi.
And dalawa na lang ang naiwan dito ng TWCLP. I wonder what more to actually see, because even if they try to offer a retake with the guns that they have and the manpower that they have, it will be nearly impossible for them to go for a contra dito sa end ng Game Lab Alpha. But we have seen kung gaano rin kaganda ang naging execution nila dito. It's been really fast, really smooth, and they always go to the B side kasi it's always a fast entry, you know? It directly connects here onto the spawn as well for the defenders, which just definitely means that they will be able to free a lot more space, though it also has its consequences, but they're well aware of that, and alam na alam nila kung paano ito kokontrahin.
Exactly, and you know, it's just a game of back and forth. Binanggit nga natin ni Sirius yesterday that Lotus is a very attacker-sided map.
Yes.
I'd like to say. It's very hard on the
I
defense,
suggest you
especially
move.
on B side, to try and get leverage, lalo na kung wala kang tao na dadaan dun sa B entrance from
You should
spawn.
run.
So, they're just gonna have to think twice about that. Look at that, they're playing it well. The Cove has been set up. Aeon is a little bit of a barrier to protect him. Hindi ka na siya dun. Nabawasan siya ng 30 plus 80.
Kinompute! Wow, quick
My
math!
shield kasi! Ito naman. Anyways, it's a 5 versus 4 situation. Side of XT. Last point niya. Bogey gonna get the drop of the shot of Jet. Bogey gonna be going down. Ice has the OP on their side. Owen.
Oh, from the back lines! Owen! Owen, ayusin mo! Owen! Napakaganda na trigger discipline niya, pero isa lang ang kanina patumba. 2v3. Ano, iwan natin dito si LPE. Ako po! Mukhang mababaliktad pa. He's taking it in, defusing it. And immediately, that's going to be a point here in the end of TWC LPE. And finally, they were able to get the mark here onto our scoreline in the contrary of Game Lab Alpha.
Muntikan na to kay Owen. Kami nga from billing, pero si Liv. Hindi siya sure kung kakampi yung kalaban.
Kinis niya, pre!
Sabi niya,
Mwa
hindi,
before you
diba,
die,
Hindi,
no?
sabi niya,
Ano? Paano?
sabi niya, hello there.
Oh, hello, le.
Hello there. Ano ba yung sinasabi ni Sky? Ano ba yung,
Surprise.
ano ba yung voice line ni Sky? Ano? I die working farm, do these bloody goods. Blinded. Parang ganun yung sabi niya.
I actually thought nakasama ko ngayon si Sky. Napakaangas.
Oh, thank you. Merida, what did I say about putting your book on the table? Mama, it's me book. Sorry, Scottish pala yun. But anyways, back to the party at hand.
Naging biracial na bigla yun.
Yeah, wow. Wow,
Uy, A-side.
yeah.
A-side punterya. Nako, may nakapik na. I3X mukhang walang mapipitas dito on the end of Game Lab Alpha. Pero TWC, LPE, may sagot. Meron na sila na-secure dito from the Game Lab Alpha, pero kailangan nila mag-ingat dahil si Ice3X na naman may hawak na operator dito. Alam naman natin kung paano or kung paano trumabaho si Ice3X. Seekers natin, meron talaga kami. And here's the 4v5. And they're still waiting for the right time kung paano sila magpo-push o magpa-plant dito. Now they've been able to use the Viper's Pit.
Keep going,
Pero
let's
hindi
go.
ko alam kung paano nila ma-utilize ito, lalong-lalo na hindi naman yung area ng A-site mismo ang kanilang natatakpan. At ngayon, tatawid sila ng bahagya, possibly. And this is going to be the chance for them to actually go into our side. Pero no! They've been having Trace and Game Lab Alpha has been able to secure multiple members in the end of TWC LPE. Now it's down to 2 more members. And I don't know if they have enough time left with the Rolling Thunder being put out as well. Oh my, it now turns into Boogie as the last remaining person here on the end of Game Lab Alpha. May posibilidad kaya na maput na yung spike down?
10 seconds left, no? Just
10
clearing out
seconds
his spots.
left.
This is a good
Oy, kaya?
area all the way sa likod part. No? So may up-that din siya. Good show. Makyat, yup, will be doing that immediately. Fakes the
Oh.
updraft.
Mauta.
Oh, should be able to spot
Ayun
out.
lang!
Oh, but a better pick over there by XT. Good effort
In-expect-
though. Pero I think would have worked kung manggagaling dun sila sa taas.
Yes.
Galing kasi sila dun sa may lobby eh. Kaya siguro, hindi nila naisip na mag-updraft siya to that location. Kasi yung sound kasi ng updraft, it's not that precise compared to, let's say, like yung curveball, maririnig mo if it's coming left or right. So, siguro they were just thinking na, okay, wala, trip na
Parang
mag-updraft, ganun.
naging info pa siya.
Yeah,
In
and they
term,
were-
no?
yeah,
Naging
and they were-
baliktad
and they
gusto
were a
nilang
bit far
purpose. Yeah.
Pero that was a really good crouch peek from XT. Kung hindi niya ginawa yun, then that would have been a kill towards the side of Bogey. But 2-4, this is good. LPE, they are fighting back as they should. Very important for them to secure this map if they can. Ito nga yung map pick ng Game Lab Alpha.
Yeah.
So it will be very good once they get that steal to try and prompt the 1-1 series score.
And napaka-aggressive ng angle ngayon dito ni Ice3X, but at the same time, walang nagpapakita sa kanya because they're well aware that he is a holder of an operator and they know na ang location niya nasa A site 10. But from this specific moment, Game of Alpha is just looking for the right time to strike at kung saang site sila pupunta, and possibly you'll be looking or eyeing for potential pickoffs here from the end of TWC, LPE, but now Ice3X is secure one already. Immediate trade in the end of all X, and now there is a potential na magagamit nila itong Seekers natin. Pero wait lang, chill muna tayo using the regrowth here onto his ally. And just a little bit more, they're just gonna wait for a good timing para naman makapasok sila dito sa A-site natin once again. Everyone, A-site is always the site to go.
I've got your
na they
trail.
got access in 2 hours to link. But hindi nila yun masyado nagkakapitalize because they are well aware of the risk na maaaring mag-exist dito. But now, Sisa, they've got themselves some info and there is a potential for them to actually shut them down in counter.
Man, that Trailblazer went crazy all the way in the backside, but Game Lab Alpha is going to be reduced to 2 only after those kills from XT, but Dritch will be getting Levi. Nako, pag buminit na dito si Dritch, might even
si
be able to
Onyx.
get more kills.
Nako.
Si Onyx is inside of the dark cover. Wala silang nakuhang information there. The Onyx managed to get out of danger, but not capitalize on that kill by Cole, and it's LPE taking this round regardless. You gotta find a spike. Where's the spike?
Ala,
Where's the
asan?
spike, Jet?
Uy, baka
That's a
mawalan
spike!
ka ng time!
Okay,
Panic!
Nag-long route pa siya eh.
Okay, panic daw, no? Medyo kinabahan ako kasi medyo naligaw pa siya kung saan na-plant yung spike down. Pero yep, they've been able to secure that round. And finally, they've been able to set foot or build up on a foundation kahit papano, no? Kasi kanina, if it's really, really far, like it's a 13-3 right now, it's now, halos mahahabol na nila yung mga puntos natin dito for the end of Game Lab Alpha. And they're well aware that even if the pickoffs are there, they can play around the terrain ng ating mapa since there's a lot of entry points na maaari nila magamit in order to put it up to their own advantage.
Yes, and kung mauulit ng Game Lab Alpha yung performance nila yesterday, hindi sila magpapahabol. At most, usually this might turn to a 3-5-3-6. Habol onto yung LPE. And
I
Game Lab will do
suggest
their
you
best
move.
to have the better advantage coming into that second half. But so far, the reckoning has been reckoned, ladies and gentlemen, on the side of Game Lab Alpha here sa my B site. Kita nga natin na tuloy-tuloy yung pagrampa nila sa loob. They will have the phone set up and that plant down. It is going to be a Yonex trying to push as much cascades as they can. Jet will go down sa side ng LPE. Naglalaban dito si Bogey right now. And that's going to be a great pick from Aldrich, but will fall down to Bogey. It will be a 3 versus 4 situation. Lamang dito ang side ng Game Lab. That will be Levi going down, but XT bumabawi agad dito. Mochibella.
I reckon we didn't expect that to happen, pero paunti we will be seeing if there will be a possible retake here in the end of TWC LPE. Blazer will go out here by Ice3X, pero siya ay hindi niya magagamit yun. And Owen from the back lines, nako, sinimplehan yung dalawa nang iiwan dito on the end of TWC LPE, and immediately that's going to be a really good win on their end. Might be tipping the balance off on the end here from their opponents.
Actually, this is a prime example of a good attempt for the retake. You know, you had them come up in multiple angles, but still, I will stand by my statement. It is incredibly difficult to retake in B site kapag
Totoo.
dalawa na lang kayo, or if you are outnumbered because you need to enter as much angles as you can. Or, kung papasok kayo sa isang entrance, you have to make sure everyone is looking everywhere. But,
Yes.
man, that's a great combination of utilities there. Cascade with the guiding light. Everyone pre-firing the box right now just to be sure na wala pang tao. Si Jet may nakita siyang ulo, will not be capitalizing that kill. Very low on health here. No heals coming off from their side just yet. And right now, it is going to be XT getting killed with the aftershock as well. Levi goes down, ladies and gentlemen. No Eren to give you support. Mikasa Yamete could decide. 3 versus 4 situation. Advantage to the side of Game Lab.
Yari na lang. Pero na nang iwan na naman dito on the end of the game si LPE. Naku, ni Wallbang pa yung isa. Bugi ka rin kanina pa, no? Every single round, hindi pwedeng bumaba ng 2 kills yung mga napapasok.
Okay, I feel like this is my fault. I said 3-6 and it happened. And now I strongly believe
Caster
with
curse.
the constitution, the belief, and the everything from my perspective, from the first person perspective, third person perspective, POV,
Walang
FOV,
pumapasok sa
field
utak
of
ko,
view
Yusuke.
perspective, max to the max, everything that I say, all and above, everyone, yes.
No.
This might be a 6-6. Thank you very much. Please write what I just said and read it very legibly. Mwah.
I can, yes, that sign won't stop me. I cannot read, but right now, we have 3 more rounds here na maaaring makuha ng LPE TWC in order to opt for a full research para sa ating second half. Pero, tingnan natin kung yun nga ang mangyayari dito. Seaside na naman ang maaaring puntahan ng Game Lab Alpha ngayon. Pero, kailangan din nila i-take into account na merong posibilidad na sila ay mag-cut off guard dito ni Ice kasi yun naman laging kanyang ginagawa. Pero yung lockdown natin nila pagdating dito sa seaside natin. With the free fires na here, hindi ko connect yun from the end of XT. And in turn, si Paul X ang makakapatay sa kanya. And ngayon, just a little bit more, we'll be seeing them freeing the seaside entirely. But that's a lot of utilities na ginamit nila. Parang medyo nasayangan ako dun.
Naging halo-halo na naman ang ating seaside dahil dyan. Pero, plant is going to be granted towards the side of Game Lab. Still 3 rounds left before midway that second half. Bodies dropping left and right. Ito na lang make that 2 natitira para sa side ng LPE. 3 left for the side of Game Lab and make that 1 after Owen.
Ayun na
Curie
nga.
gets that kill towards Jet. And it's gonna be up to Aldrich to try and clutch this. Nasa-stuck siya dito. May spot. Footsteps there. Nice job on the Phantom. Get Owen out of the way to one situation. Cascade will be set out. It will be the fake shrouded step. Oh, but the Onyx is not the bait.
Expected.
Expected.
Wala, save na lang, Lods.
Yep.
Ego,
Aldrich
Lods.
will go out.
Kaya lang baka habulin siya, no? Ayun na nga, mukhang nakitaan pa. And this is going to be a potential kill for his end. And yes, he'll be able to secure that. Pero, oy!
Oh, the
Grabe!
Okay, Alric!
Pero nakuha niyo pa rin ito!
Okay.
Alric secured the 3rd kill. Very nice.
Okay.
Pwede na. Pwede na.
Yeah, it's gonna
Not
be
bad.
all right. You know, you wouldn't really expect getting those exit frags as much as you can, but again, you know, you have to be very careful. You want to make sure na hindi ka masyadong complacent, even though you are in a position na malaki yung lead nyo. But look at the buys here, the side of Game Lab. You know, komportable pa naman sila. It's gonna be all right for them. LPE, on the other hand, they're also gonna have enough just to invest on the rifles that they need. 3-7 scoreline, hoping for LPE. They make it a 5-7, but for Game Lab, kung tuloy-tuloy yan, that is going to be a 3-9. Let's take a look kung nasan nga ba ang ating attacker. Some of them are going to be stuck with Ice. That is a good flashpoint, but it will be a 1-1 at least. So, it will be a 4-4.
But you cannot disregard the fact na ang Harbo na lang may iwan sa... I mean, there's still enough coverage, pero mukhang medyo mahihirapan sila dito in terms of securing their objective. Rolling Thunder mukhang magaganap dito. At unti-unti, magaganap din si Boogie. Eh, meron dalawa masesecure. Immediate rate here on the end of XT. And there is a potential for LPE to actually narrow the Game Lab Alpha's members down. Pero mukhang medyo magiging mahirap para sa kanila. But, on the bright side, they've got a lot of time to work with. And paunti-unti, pupunta na sila dito sa A site natin, which is really free for them to put the spike down to.
Still possible for the retake here on this one. You have the Breach and Omen combo pushing into the Killjoy Harbor and the Sky. You do have the High Tide prepared already. Kahit wala pa silang nakukuha information. They have 3 heads. They're all gonna be going out. They're not gonna be risking it. Wala silang ultimates to their side, so they're very confident na kahit wala sila sa loob ng site, they can go for this post-plant defense. But LPE here, you know, time is ticking.
Oh no, mauubusan sila dito.
Yeah, not entirely sure if they're just gonna go for the retake.
Yeah.
Mukhang might just go for the exit frags here because you do have one member here looking out away from side. So XC's just gonna wait for any exit frags coming out of hall there. And yeah, that's gonna be another round towards the side of Game Lab Alpha. So that's gonna be a 3-2-8.
Oh, that's so sayang din eh. Kasi
Yeah,
they
it's-
really need
yeah.
the round eh, no?
It's a
So,
bit
Last
hard.
round
Yeah,
in the
it's
half.
just
It's a
difficult.
2 versus 3.
They
Right there.
decided to not risk it para kahit paano meron pa rin talaga silang baril on this specific round because just one more, just one more. We'll be heading in our second half once again and we know that it's been chosen by Game Lab Alpha. It's an attacker's map. So let's see if there will be some changes in terms of the dynamic of how they will be addressing the counterpart kasi we know that this attacker sided but what if magbago naman lahat once that they're on the defense and si LPE naman ang kumontra ng maganda. Pero hindi natin sure but now they've been able to go and push dito sa A-site natin. Nako! Kahit na merong nakaharang na cascade dito, Blade Storm lang naman nagkatapat-tapat tumama kaagad sa kanya. And Foam dito mukhang medyo mawawala. Itong mga miyembro natin from both ends. At maganda na nagiging lagasan natin dito. Still major advantage in the end of Game Lab Alpha. Boogie just popping up from here and there every single round. Hindi siya nagpapatinga dito sa kanyang mga kalaban. Kaya dalawa na lang naiwan dito from the side of TWC LPE. At I wonder paano nila i-address ito. And they'll opt and try to go for a retake na naman knowing na lugi sila in terms of numbers. Pero si Jet may mapipitas. Reckoning ay malalapag na dito sa Game Lab Alpha natin. Pero he still have to combat the Viper's Pit na nandito with Jet as the lone survivor. And the LNT was in one tap lang sa mukha ni 4X. That's crazy.
Some lama dumalong yung sa mga marka dito game era mid road shade ricochet na there was more there was yan yung some lama okay guys kasama ko pala si
Nor.
Mochinem right here in the studio.
Please no.
That was
Please no.
dropping bars like it's hot. Just like that last round there, 3-9. My goodness, my goodness. And while that whole sequence was happening, I gotta hand it to Game Lab Alpha in terms of the agent composition. Palang dito Mochi. I feel like lamang na sila because they do have the
solid
Viper
na eh.
and the Harbor. Kaya I don't really see much counter from the side of LPE. I feel like if they decided to go for a Raze Jet or Reyna
Keep up.
Jet, might have a little bit of a chance. Maybe
Yeah.
even a Phoenix Jet, no? I
Oh.
feel like
May potential si Phoenix sa Lotus eh.
alam ko naman that they are confident to go for the double duelist setup. I feel like this is just safe picks na double initiator yung pinili nila dito with a Sky and Breach pick. Breach is fantastic, but
Right there.
it could be expected that a Viper in a Harbor might be there. And it's a nightmare facing a Viper in a Harbor because pareho sila may mataas na walls eh. They both have very high walls. So in terms of visibility, I feel like that's where they have a little bit of a issue here. So, let's just see how this goes. Game number 2 not over just yet. It's a 3-9. We're back to the pistols here, Mochi.
Really difficult here on the end of TWC LPE, but now they're trying to bat a spike down. They've been able to do so, pero sa IceTX, meron pa siyang tatapat dito at mukhang medyo makukuha. Pero sa lahat ng nangyayaring yun, abay, ang dami na ring mga tumumba. And it now boils down to a 2v2 kung saan nakikita natin kung meron bang posibilidad na si
Last
Game Lab
player
Alpha ay
standing.
makapag-retake dito. Pero XT, tumatrabaho, cleanly, kung hindi, napapatumba. And ngayon, it is going to be a clean round here on the end of TWC LPE. Being able to start everything from the B side.
I'd say 70% clean. Mostly
actually.
because they lost 3 members for that. But the fact that they are able to,
Kada
fight
member
back a bit
10%.
more. Yes, to fight back a bit more. Yes, it's a bit better in it. It's a bit better.
Yeah.
I mean, they also played on Lotus yesterday. The halftime score was 8-4 when they played against Ofu. And
Yeah.
actually, they had match point from 12-9. And Ofu almost managed to seal that game number 2. It only took one last round for the side of LPE to win that bout. So they might,
Kamuntikan.
yes, they might replicate it here. 4-9 score. All hopes not lost just yet here, but they are gonna have to double back. And for the side of Game Lab Alpha, they gotta keep doing what they're doing. Look at that, the cascades being set up, the high tide is okay. Onyx is ready to anticipate, but the problem is the weapon mismatch on that. So LPE here playing a much better half so far.
Yun nga lang, baka maulit-uli yung nangyari na napakagaling sa tripty itong Game Lab Alpha, no?
Oh,
So,
ayun, binanggit mo kasi
Oh
na
my.
unang klase talaga dito si Fall X.
oh my, ang bilis naman ng ang bilis naman mangyari na yung kakasabi ko lang. Pero Ice 3X, maganda kayo paghahanda dito. Nangyari na naman, si Dritch naman ang tumama dito. And, oh no! Not like this.
enemy
1v4! Oh, I jinxed it so hard.
Mochi Bella! Goodness gracious! Highway, skyway! Lahat na! Back! My God.
Thrifty.
That is the
Aray
rule,
ko.
Mochi. That is the rule. Huwag mo
Guys,
banggitin yung
help,
50 during the
Ako
game.
ni Yusuke.
Ayan tuloy.
Grabe ba? Abayat din
Mega grabe.
Mega
Sabi mo
grabe
si
ba?
Ice, naramdam niya doon, chill lang siya doon sa backside. Biglang, hello there. Oh, tuloy.
Wala na.
Na-right
GG na.
click tuloy ng classic. To naman, no? Wala. 14 na nga.
Nalungkot si
score.
Ice doon na.
Oo nga, 6 points for the 6-point advantage na dito for ano eh. Game Lab Alpha.
Wow.
Let's see. In terms of the buys, ano nga ba? Oh, wala. It's gonna be a save para sa side ng...
Nga silang no choice.
Super safe. Actually, nakabili naman dito agad yung LPE. Full steam ahead. They're gonna be using Game Lab strategy to their advantage here to go B side. But first blood and second, third, fourth is going to Game Lab already.
Landslide! Hanggang sa isa na lang ang naiwan, one more survivor, pero kahit na tinry niyang mag-evacuate, abay siya ay nilamon pa rin ng Game Lab Alpha. Abay, isa sila nauulog na naging sementeryo yung entrada ng B-site doon.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Unfortunate.
Holy moly is the word. And rinig na rinig natin ng sigaw. Sa audience sa taas.
Gina G sila yun.
Yes, at look at that. LPE gonna be stuck with the sheriffs here. Game Lab Alpha, on the other hand, will be retaining the weapons they had from that previous round. 1 point na lang para sa kanila to reach that match point. Mochi. And let's see, mukhang tuloy-tuloy yung pagrampa dito ng LPE towards C. Take note na naiwan dito si XT all the way in spawn. Might even go for that flank potentially. Pero Game Lab, tatlong miyembro nandito sa may rubble. Just outside of A. So, they might go for the flank as well.
Oh, worth noting that we have the Blade Storm no, on the end of Game Lab Alpha. Kaya kailangan talaga mag-ingat ang TWC LPE because there is this potential na gusto yun na talaga nilang tapusin to because they know that they've been able to dictate the pace of the game. And alam nila kung paano nila ito i-own. And yes, they're being so possessive with this momentum. And now, mukhang bakonta dito and ng TWC but not entirely enough because masasagot ito kaagad-agad ni All X and now they've been pushing forward even if that they don't want na tangkapin ito and immediately it's going to be a match point secured from the end of Game Lab Alpha. And now, there's a chance for the side of TWC LPE na makabay. Pero ang tanong how can they make the most out of that buy?
I know. I believe they're not very much accustomed to a position kasi na they are lagging by a large number. And yun nga, yesterday, on Ascent, they were on a hot streak. Nakakuha sila ng 10-2 by the half. And then, when it came to Lotus, it was also an 8-4 to their advantage. So, yun nga, knowing Game Lab based on their game with SR Nakage as well, if they have the opportunity to get the W, gusto na tuloy-tuloy na nga yun. That's what they did for 5 rounds consecutively. Speaking of consecutively, the side of LPE here showing signs of life. This is great for them. All the way in A side, 3 members down already for Game Lab Alpha. They still have a Viper and Killjoy to their advantage, but LPE, they do have that Blade Storm in the palm of their hands. And right now, konting reset lang dito, but oh, careful. Someone coming up behind them, but that will be eliminated immediately by Ice here. And that's going to be one member left para sa side ng Game Lab, and that is going to be Dritch. But I mean, if you know Dritch, Dritch clutch for
potential.
the clutch it for the squad yesterday. Maulit ba niya to ngayon?
With the time given, possible. Pero mukhang medyo mahirap ito, lalong-lalo na kung kada isang entrada dito sa C-site natin may nakaabang. Pero malay natin, no, masegregate ni Dritch to ito maganda. Meron pa siyang nanoswarm. Hindi ko sure kung paano niya ito magagamit, pero let's see kung kaya niyang i-utilize to up his fullest potential. But I guess not anymore because just like that, Levoy will be able to secure some shots through his head. Just like that. And now, 5-12. Grabe pa rin yung mga supporters natin dito sa watch party natin sa taas. By the way, guys, kung gusto nyo pang humabol, kaya-kaya, pwede kayo pumunta dito sa Dark League Studio, second floor natin, no?
Din tayo dito,
and may pick up coffee. Yeah, meron din sila mga kain na chicken.
Yes, meron kayong chicken available, pero ayun na nga. It is going to be
Uy, daing ultimates.
Oo, full ultimates para sa kanila. We are going to head into round 18. Ladies and gentlemen, match points inside the Game Lab Alpha. We need the 7. Rather, 7 more rounds para sa side ng LPE.
Very deadly indeed. The Viper's Pit and all for defense here sa C-site natin. Kailangan niyang mag-anchor dito. But we're seeing some shots being fired here from both of the sides of B and A. But they haven't been able to do any commitments as of the moment kasi gusto talaga nila mag-ingat kasi isang pagkakamali lang ng TWC LPE ng pangalawang puntos natin ay mapupunta sa Game Lab Alpha.
Believe that's why LPE is playing very much more careful now. The testing sila dito sa my A, and doors gonna be opened by Owen all the way here in C. If they have information,
Oh, no.
they're definitely gonna be checking that corner, hopefully for Ice. Should be able to spot out Owen immediately here, and that's exactly what happens. That will be first blood towards the side of LPE. Game Lab Alpha should be ready for this oncoming attack. Saktong-sakto yung Nano Swarm. Dritch is already waiting for anyone to cross through the water here. Rinig na rin yung footsteps sila, and there it goes. Dritch gonna be getting one. Dritch gets the second, almost gets the third, but Ice has only trying to continue. Will be getting that kill. It will be Paul X falling down 2 versus 2 situation. Spike na iwan dito sa may C. But that is going to be the lockdown advantage para sa side ng LPE. Tamang mamba out lang ang sabi nila dito. Not making as much noise as they can, but they only got less than 15 seconds left. They're gonna make that push
Ayun lang
towards
ni Rolling Thunder.
Saktong-sakto nga ang Rolling Thunder natin dito, Mochi, as they're gonna be getting that spike down. 5 seconds left for the clutch. Kailangan nila i-push yan. And it is gonna be a 1v1. After Bogey gets Ice here, sino ang magwawagi dito? XT! 5 minutes spray! But Bogey still wins it! And that is going to be 2-0. A series point para sa side ng Game Lab Alpha. Ladies and gentlemen.
The second point of this best of 5 series being secured of Game Lab Alpha. Rejoice sa kanilang mga supporters and sa lahat ng mga nanonood dito sa ating live stream. We have seen exemplary performance dito for the end of Game Lab Alpha, and kitang-kita naman how they were able to address every single situation with class. At naiinitan na nga si Yusuke dito, no? Sobrang dami at kung gaano kainit yung laban natin, kung gaano naglalagablab at nag-aalab ang kanilang passion para manalo dito sa ating Grand Finals ng Rise of the Agents.
Oh my goodness, if game 1, our scoreline was 13-3, if I'm not mistaken, no? That was big lead. It was 13-5 dito sa my Lotus. I mean, closing out that match, that definitely was the kicker. They did everything they could in Seaside, you know, again, gotta hand it to Dritch. Man just did it once again. Got those 2 very important kills to start off the round, leading the way for his teammates to try and go for that retake. And, you know, again, I gotta hand it to the side of LPE. Incredibly difficult when you have time ticking like that to make that decision na mag-rotate pa kayo sa my B side. And, you know, they just wanted to go ahead and play it safe there. Regardless the travel time, they know that if they planted in that certain spot sa gitnang-gitna ng B, they would be greeted by the side of Game Lab.
Very
Immediately sa may
vulnerable
entryway. Exactly. So, you know, I guess just the time pressure na mag-strain, naisip nila, okay, hindi na lang natin itidiretso to sa may C side. Let's try to go for the safer plan dito sa B. It was good cover coming from the side of LPE, but it's just too hard because it was the double peak already for 2 of them. And, you know, it's that 1v2, you wouldn't expect that there's someone else that would peak immediately coming from that corner, and that was just a very successful way for Game Lab to take that round. And, you know, I mean, I really think Lotus needs a rework, honestly. Like, pati ako naawa ako on the defender side. It's really hard.
Actually,
It's really hard to, you know, gain leverage, lalo na sa B side. Kasi A and C, I'd say even C side is quite difficult. A is probably the most okay-ish side. Because if you compare it to Haven, when you talk about the
Haven is
retakes,
straight up 50-50.
yeah, exactly.
Well-balanced map.
Kasi yung, it's kind of similar to Lotus. Kasi when you compare both C-sides, C-side and Haven, maluwag yung C. In Lotus, masyadong constrained siya. But at least, you know, may access ka from Waterfall. Pwede ka dumaan doon while the rest of your teammates go sa may entrance. But B-side and Lotus, it's, I cannot compare it directly sa B-side and Haven. Kasi in Haven, yun nga, tatlo lang yung entry point. You've got both links, C-link, and you've got A-link, and then you have the entrance coming in. In Lotus, it's like,
yeah.
actually, everywhere you look, there could be something.
Gustong-gusto ko yung Lotus in a way na there's this some sort of gimmicks na pwede nilang i-pull off. And like what you said, A-side is really good. Pero at the same time, medyo na na what the heck ako dun sa B-side tsaka C-side. Kasi when you look at these two sides, parang it's the least na mga sites na gusto mong kunin. And you see most of the competitive or mga pro teams just lying over sa A-side natin as much as possible because of all the leverage na maaari din na makuha dito. But other than that, nakitaan din natin kung gaano kinapitalize ni Buki ang leverage niya dito from all throughout every single round na meron tayo dito sa second match natin. Hindi siya nawawala ng kill. Sobrang solid ng performance ni Boogeyman and as well as the combination of the skill set ng ating Harbor and their Sky is just really, really exquisite. It's perfect and it's very, very well utilized by the end here ng Game Lab Alpha.
I'm actually very impressed yung combination ng Cascade with the Guiding Light. Yung nakita natin sa may seaside, that was
perfect.
really good. I mean, having the Guiding Light push with the Cascade, you wouldn't expect that you could get blinded by. Isipin mo, nasa slow ka na nga sa Cascade, tapos mabablind ka pa ng Guiding Light. And then, of course, if we're gonna be talking about the way Sky works, again, she is dubbed as a pseudo-duelist precisely because of the flash that you get from her utility. The very quick pop flash, I would say. Probably one of the best ones in the game. Second to none, to Phoenix. Supposedly, the curveball is also fantastic, but you know, Sky's flash also kind of works like a duelist flash kasi. And it's a little bit hard to try and compare it with a flash like KO's where, you know, you have to get the animation to hold the flashbang and then you have to throw it and then at least with Sky, dire-diretso na yun. I think tinanggal kasi nila yung animation where she has to equip it. As in, when you press the Guiding Light, pwede mo na siya ibato directly. So, there's some just rework and changes we see from it.
It's a good
but,
change,
those are highlights. Let's take a look at our post-game summary. Let's see how our players did individually. So, for the side of LP, of course, you've got the XD with that 16 to 14. And oh my goodness, Boogie gonna be getting that 30 bomb, 32-12.
Grabe ba?
For that, you know, I mean, you said it on point, Mochi, just getting as much frags as Bogey can.
Hindi lang siya nag-free ng space eh. Para siyang killing machine, literal. Parang, by the word itself, as much as we say that Boogie is not that scary of a word, pero nakakatakot talaga siya mag-execute here. Lalong-lalo na alam niya kung paano na talaga trumabaho yung TWC LPE and he's just exploiting that advantage, exploiting that knowledge. And TWC LPE is quite having that sort of difficulty kung paano nila yun mababago. And so far, nakikita natin kung gaano sila nagiging reactive, but still props to XC kasi we have been able to see kung gaano siya kagaling or kaganda gumamit ng kanyang mga utilities from the fault line to the blinds and as well as the rolling thunder. That last round is still very much remarkable for me. Pero ngayon, let's now head on to our MVP. Boogie lang naman, I feel like this is pretty obvious already, diba? The 30-12 for KDA using the jet once again. And we have been able to see how Boogie works when he is on the zone.
Boogie with the Dougie. Hindi ko lang alam kung sumasayo si Boogie. Pero kanina yung nag-high five. Nag-progress agad sa teammates niya eh. Pero, man, well deserved. Good jumper.
Deserve.
Very, I mean, stats itself don't lie. Getting that 30 bomb.
He's late, no? Literally.
Incredible. literal slay, if anything. But, you know, there's that. Regardless, let's see how this one will work because this is already game number 3 and it's a best of 5 series. So the squad that is able to win 3 maps will be winning our Rise of Agents Valorant tournament here at Dark League Studios.
Yes.
So yeah, there's that. But yeah, I think we're gonna have a little bit of a switch up with our caster rotation. Meron tayong special guests who will be joining me on the table.
You guys should take the wheel right now.
Yeah, we're gonna be taking the wheel in just a little bit. I don't know if you can get a hint from my voice who will be joining us, but Mochi will actually be taking a break and we will be welcomed by a guest caster for game number 3 onwards.
True. Yeah,
Ayun,
guys.
wala mo ng game reveal.
Yeah.
Kasi mas-spoiled ko pag sinabi namin na sino yun eh. Kaya dapat mapakinggan nyo sino yun para mas surprising ang factor ng ating game. No, but I think since tuloy-tuloy nga running time nga tayo for the matches, we're just gonna be waiting for match number 3. We're just waiting a little bit to see kung meron tayong break time. But if not, you know, then we will be prepared. Ano nga ba ang third map natin, supposedly, Mochi?
It's going to
Fracture,
be...
right?
Ayoko pa naman ng fracture.
Fracture,
Buti na lang.
Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be Fracture, our map number 3. And ito yung pinili ng which team, Mochi?
It's on the end of LPE.
Okay.
Interesting.
This is gonna be important for them. They lost their map pick. Game Lab managed to win on their map pick, and then we're gonna go back to LP's pick on Fracture. Fracture, an interesting map. But yes, I think we are gonna be ready with our special caster for today. Let's see who it's gonna be. Let's go.
What's up guys, Gangstex here inside Battle Studio. Thanks to Dark League, and we're gonna be trying to find some interviewees para matanong and some questions. And nakita nyo, meron ditong audience. Hello, ate. Hello po. Quick question.
Ano po ba ang iyong energizer kapag ikaw ay nandito like activities like this?
Milk tea and coffee. Coffee na.
Coffee? Well, saktong-sakto sa ating coffee dahil magtawag nga tayo ng one of the baristas from Pickup Coffee. Hello!
Hello po. Magandang hapon.
Oh, dahil sabi nga niya, energizers niya yung mga kape. Ano po bang mga menu natin, no?
Ayan. So, para po sa ating coffee. Ay, sorry. Medyo maliit po yung menu natin. Palitan po natin. Alright, let's do it! Yes! Alright, so for Pickup Coffee, ayan, so nakikita natin lahat ng mga flavors natin for today. So, ano po yung prefer niyong drink?
Yung Nutella latte and then ube latte.
Ay, wow. May choices agad siya. Grabe. Alright, dahil dyan, kukunin ko lang yung inyong orders. Dahil pag sinabi natin pick up coffee, sabay-sabay natin sabihin, need a pickup? Pick up coffee. Alright.
Need a pickup? Pickup coffee. Ayan na. Meron na ba tayong na-pickup? Meron nga!
Ayan na.
Just like that. Ayan. Sana ay ma-energize ka at ma-charge ng sobra-sobra. At for sure, ang sarap naman. Parang akong natatakam, no?
Parang may
Ang
pwede
sarap.
akong pagbigyan ito.
Yes. Ay, sino
Meron ka
pagbibigyan?
bang pagbibigyan dito?
Ayun.
Inga, bigyan mo nga ang sino ang lucky. Yan! May taga, nice one, baby pala tayo. mga
Sana
kaibigan.
all.
Ayan, kitang-kita. Sige, isang ang sip. Zulala, sobrang sarap.
Zulala.
Isang straw lang sa kailangan at malalasap na talaga. Kung gaano, kalupit. Ang ating mga kapihan dito lang sa Pickup Coffee. Anyways, we're gonna have a quick break lamang at magpahinga muna tayo before we move on to the next games. Only here in Dark League Studios.
You want to play? Let's play.
Spike planted.
I'm moving on. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way. Best of luck. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way. Best of luck. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way. Best of luck. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way. Best of luck. I'm moving on. I'm moving on.
You want to play? Let's play.
Spike planted.
I'm moving on. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way. Best of luck. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way. Best of luck. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way. Best of luck. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way. Best of luck. I'm moving on. I'm moving on.
You want to play? Let's play.
Spike planted.
I'm moving on. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way. Best of luck. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way. Best of luck. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way. Best of luck. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way. Best of luck. I'm moving on. I'm moving on.
Agents, here comes the party! The stage is set and the crowd's ready. At the end of the day, we all belong here. Which team will take the throne as the first ever champion? This is the grand finals of Rise of Agents for Valorant.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our Rise of Agents Valorant broadcast. I am joined with a very special guest coming from abroad. Please introduce yourself.
Well, thank you for the introduction. My name is Gangsticks.
Or you can call me Elise if you want.
Oh wow.
Zilala.
Oh, do you come from the land of Zipali, perhaps?
Zipari? Well, yes, and technically I just flew from Zipari to witness a lot of battles, if you
Oh my,
get me, you know.
we have a special guest that come from the land, not of this land, out of this world, of this archipelago. But of course, before we learn about you, I would just like to inform our viewers of our current standings for our Rise of Agents Valorant. So of course, we just finished our first and second game, and we are on to our third game. And tell me, Monsieur Madame Gangstax, who is our sponsors for today, by the way?
The sponsor for today's tournament is Fantech Philippines, our official gaming peripherals and gaming gear, changing your gaming perspectives. And another one would be Neda Pickup Coffee, official coffee partner, the best and most affordable coffee for gamers. And last but not the least, Acer Philippines, official gaming laptop partner. Acer, Predator, it lies within.
Oh wow, your voice is very enchanting. I love it.
Thank you.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh. Thank you. Yes. Anyways, with that said, of course, thank you to our wonderful sponsors and to our wonderful guests here for lending us their voice. Very enchanting.
You say enchanted like it is so magical, like the vibranium materials that I see in this world, you know?
Yes. Our special guests traveled from multiple lands just to be here, so it is quite an honor at your expense that you're available. And speaking of, we do have our prize to show everyone for today. How much is our prize?
Our prize pool is 70,000 pesos. Wow.
Wow, just like a premium bundle for everyone. And I wonder what they could purchase with the 70,000 pesos. But of course, this is a best of 5 series. We already have 2 points towards the side of Game Lab Alpha. And this game number 3 might just be the end for the side of LPE if they cannot fight back.
They need to fight back and reiterate to have the most counter attack. Now, moving on to our drafting.
Of course. Look at that. Oh my god. This is my name. So enchanting. Moving on. For our Asian picks now, the map that we will be going to is Fracture. Have you visited Fracture recently in your travels?
Yes, Fracture is one of those fun moments to witness everyone in the zip line, you know? And you will have some ace, and while they're going on the choo-choo travel, if you catch my drift.
Yeah. Oh yes. Her drift is very plump. Right. Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Anyways.
Oh, yes. Anyways. So, I'm excited to see who they might choose here. It's the first time we're seeing Fracture since yesterday in the semifinals. We have been seeing Ascent, the flying lands of Italia. We've seen Haven, the beautiful Zen island jungle of the Asian tropics. And we will be greeted by Fracture, the map of 2 lands. And let's see, so far we have almost a mirror matchup, but we will be seeing Fade for the first time in our whole Rise of Agents here for our stream. Now, what do you feel about these agents? What are your thoughts?
Well, I feel that from before, they always have the mirror matchup, but looks like someone has another idea, which is Fade. And we will see what will be the dynamics. But then again, look at that. 2 rays, 2 killjoys, and then breathe. Oh my goodness, it will be like
a lot of explosions.
Yes,
everything.
micro adjustments, and it will be like the difference, if you get my drift. Yeah.
The difference of our agents.
Yes.
I am very encapsulated with your accent. I love it. It is a shame that we are not going to be seeing Monsieur Shemba for our matches. But anyways, here comes the party. We're going to be seeing Raze at least for both of these squads. And Fade.
Fade.
Fade, so beautiful, so elegant, so scary at night.
So scary.
From Turkey.
From Turkey. And one of the scariest news edition, I remember when Fade first came. You will be deafened. That's a scary experience.
I know. She always screams for her ultimate. Here comes the nightmare. Something like that. It's nightfall. Nightmare, take them! Yes, like that, you know.
Oh, I like the passion of your voice, huh?
Oh, thank you. This was born and bred right here in Philippines, zip code 1771.
Wow, with zip code pa.
But we are ready for the match, Gangstacks, and it is full force from Game Lab, from Arcade.
I'm so excited what will be happening over here.
But then again, we will be seeing a lot of people getting killed immediately coming from G-Lab.
And oh my goodness, isa na lang ang natitira. Kailangan na niya mag-Hail Mary
Oh,
full
no!
of grace. The Lord has been knifed down. Natundo po mga kaibigan. It's really unfortunate to witness that, the backstabbing, no?
That was so unprofessional and unethical of them
Unethical,
to pull that
yeah.
off. My goodness. But you know, when you have the opportunity, you go and you take them, because if you don't take these opportunities, then you will fail.
And you will fail indeed. And ang hirap naman magkaroon ng moral after witnessing that. But then again, it is just the beginning, don't you think?
Yes, it is just the first pistol round, and with that said, LPE on the defense. Oh, a little bit of a peekaboo, but not enough to kill the beautiful strong arms of Monsieur Brimstone. His name is Brimstone after all that Brim soil, and we are getting stunned left and right, but LPE, they will be getting 2 kills already. The side of Game Lab Alpha, only 3 left.
Only 3 left. And look at that. Nakabawi agad ang G-Lab. 3v3.
And it is only a matter of time before they see each other. There we go. Dritch with a drip. And it's kailangan na niya magplanta ng bomba o spike.
Ano ba naman yan na po? Hindi ako makakip up kasi madami mo naman sinasabi dito. Bakit dalawa na lang natitira dito?
Hindi ko alam. Kailangan nila magkaroon ng reunion. Tulad ng reunion natin. At mag-isa na lamang siya. At siya ay naiwan. Kailangan na niya ng friends. Ngunit dalawa ang sisilip sa kanya. Left and right. Here we go. With the sheriff. Unable to connect. And napaka.
Ano nangyari doon, Diyos ko? Binanggit mo tuloy yung batch meet-up. Paano yung dalawa na lang ata natitira sa batch natin?
Wala na-traffic siguro sila at naiwan na lamang siya dun sa lobby. At nakita nyo naman na ang hirap nga naman na dalawa-dalawa ang tinitingnan niyang anggulo. At nakita mo na nagtsatsadan sila. Nag-awitin mo at isasayaw ko.
Oh, naalala ko yung mga panahon na kasama ko pa yung asawa ko. Nagtsatsa kami sa gitna ng daan. Pero wala. Napaaga siya. Namimiss ko na si Ernesto.
Ernest!
Ang tagal ko na di nararamdaman yung halik ni Ernesto.
Ay, yung haplos ni Ernesto.
Oh, ang bango pa niya.
Pero okay lang kasi, wala.
Ay,
Past life natin yun. Move on na tayo agad dito.
Sabagay, 1868 pa tayo. Wala pang Valorant yun eh, no? Ano lang tayo eh. Valorant IRL, diba?
Tama, oo.
Launching smoke.
Sa mga cowboys pa nakita natin
yeah.
during that time, my partner.
Partner indeed, and we're going to be seeing a lot of battles over here as they slowly just chill down and have a talk, and pakiramdaman po tayo mga kaibigan over here. Just a smoke capturing that orb and just trying to see if there are people through that smoke, but then again, it's the calm before the storm.
Oh, you're so right for that, and I can see, oh my goodness, all them hillbillies coming left and right here. I feel a little bit parched myself, but I can see the side of Game Lab Alpha. They're going forward and pushing near towards A. They're throwing the boom bot left and right, and they got that spike down immediately.
Oh my, there we go. A lot of contraption trying to move in, but there's gonna be a kill come from the left side, and J-Lab getting 3. Pero buwabawi si XT, sabi niya,
Teka lang, ako ay nandito. Hindi ako papayag na basta-basta na lamang kayong papatay ng aking kaibigan. Here we go, magkakaipitan.
Mala sandwich in a Sunday morning, but here we go, XT getting another one from the Killjoy, and oh my goodness, the double kill! The Boogie! Para nung 80s lang, Yusuke. The Boogie Town. Ang nangyari sa disco.
Oh my goodness, it's like going back to the 80s disco, and I miss going on my rollerblades, moving left and right, playing on to John Travolta all the way to the Bee Gees, my goodness. But man, oh man, what a good job by Bogey. Once again, after all, he did get a 30 bomb in that last man.
Well, that 30 bomb, it's been a last time since I see that 30 bomb back in 1968. But I'm so excited on the, let's say, evolution of people over here. Now moving on to the next round. Here comes the same Beacon.
And oras na para sila ay mag-change ba ng face?
Let us see. They're already here. Here comes the entry coming from Race. At papunta na siya sa second floor para makita si Killjoy. Ngunit the shotgun. Siya sa bituka. Sabi niyang, ito sa'yo. At nandito na si Ionix. Sabi niya, oops, teka lang. Jet, sit down. Be humble. And si Boogie, oras na
para magkabatuan ng mga bomba. Nakakita pa ng tatlo! Si Bogey! Woggy! At si Dritch, nagkaroon pa nga ng follow-up shot. Mick, all alone, trying to get a kill or two. Sobrang
Hirap ng ganitong situation, but looming in!
What can that bunny hop and a shot? Pero sumilip. Si Ionex, sabi niya,
Ama ka na. Ama ka na, sis, diba?
Break time na daw. But man, oh man. I gotta hand it to the side of LPE here, you know. Micro's actually reserve player nila kasi kanina hindi siya naglaro. I think it was Alric was still in our lineup. So, bale, they went for this sub. Yes, of course, that is allowed. And yes, I can confirm. No, Alric is still going to be here. So it will be Ice, Levi, XT, and Alric playing for the side. And I believe that's actually going to be Jet who will be subbed out. So, what an exchange, no? Pero strong start already from Game Lab, 4-0. Once more, they already pulled this off on Ascent. Question is, will they be able to continue this again and again? Pero, lockdown, imminent already here sa my B-side.
B-side indeed. Hindi natin kung magtutuloy ba sila dito. Pero, anytime. Na nga ang fate na nagpapabingi sa lahat. Parang defend, mala Discord. At sabi nila, heto sa'yo. Ngunit nakabawi si Ice. Sabi niya, mag-yellow ka muna dyan. At nagkakabombahan na po, magkakabulagan. At nakadalawa po dito ang ating Raze. 3v3 situation. Here we go. Here comes the party bazooka. Walang natamaan, ngunit alam niya kung nasan yung mga ibang tao. Sumilip siya, ngunit the wallbang. 30 na lamang ang kanyang buhay. Kailangan mag-biogesic. G-Lab, nakakuha ng isa. And si Boogie, napaderan si Raze.
Oh, my goodness. Nahimay na mala adobo ang mga tao dito, and they need to have that proper comeback. Kaya kailangan natin mag-flashback ng ating mga tao. Naalala ko dati, nung una kong in-install yung Valorant, hindi ako makapaniwala na mag-enjoy ako. Kailangan na siguro ng mga, siguro 10 seconds na flashback. And I'm so excited kung anong klaseng flashback papakita yung ano, no? Yung kanilang stories nung una nilang in-install ang Valorant. Diba, Yusuke?
Yung mga panahon na yun na wala pa tayong masyadong nerf and buffs para sa ating mga players and everything was so simple. Less than 10 agents lang and ngayon. It's just a full party with everyone available to us. But speaking of full party, it looks like Game Lab is going to go straight to A site. No invites for LPE as they are still on their way. It's a big traffic though.
Big traffic indeed, and they're gonna be needing a traffic enforcer dyan sa gitna dahil merong meet-up ng drone con na parang kaso gusto niya maghimay ng ulam. Ngunit ang G-Lab ay nagpaulan. Happy New Year po mga kaibigan. Lahat sila'y buo pa. Wala pang natatanggal. Parang Walking Dead Season 1. Kompleto pa.
Get my boy my roster.
Napakaganda pala ng iyong zombie accent,
Well, thank you so much. I learned from the best, my best friend, Mr. Rick Grimes.
Oh, Rick Grimes.
Yes, his son is deceased, but we don't talk about that. 0 to 6, moving on so far. In terms of the credit line, LPE, a lot of ground to cover here, but Game Lab Alpha very comfortable on attacking.
And kita mo naman ng confidence dahil 2 games na nakalipas at sila ay sobrang nasaktan.
Si Mick kailangan magpagamot. Muntik nang masabugan ng sintro ni Judas. At oras na para magkapalitan sila ng bala. Here we go, coming Owen with the
Spray transfer. Beautiful display. Dritch, sabi niya,
Wait lang po. Kakalabanin ko lang ang mga tao sa baba bago kita kalabanin. 2v2 situation. Hindi pa napaplant ang spike. They cannot reap what they saw. And it is a standstill between the two teams.
there. Ayan na po, mga kaibigan. Medyo nagiging mellow na ang lahat ng mga tao as they try and see some infos kung nasa na ang mga tao. Parang ASMR po ang casting po natin ngayon kasi sobrang konting adjustment na lang! Magkakapatayan na! Nagkabalikan sila reply to reply! Parang messenger.
My goodness.
Nakakagulat talaga kasi ito yung mga moments na akala mo slow-paced tapos magiging rap battle bigla mala flip top, no?
Oh, my goodness. Sino yung favorite rapper mo sa Flip Top?
Sa Flip Top, siguro yung kumanta ng Gayuma, si Abra.
Oh,
Diba?
spicy.
Spicy. And, parang ayoko dagdagan ng other adjectives pero sabihin na
Gusto
lang
ko
natin
sana sabihin juicy, pero...
Ay, juicy in the sense na merong laman ang mga linya niya.
Of course, ito naman.
Oo naman.
The only juicy that we accept.
Yes, the juicy linya na parang lineups na nakikita natin all throughout the tournament. And magkakasilipan na ba sila?
Malaal dapat ito na nga! Nagkasilipan! Nag-drop ng dalawang smoke! Oras na! Para magkakitaan sila habang medyo nahilo. May hangover pa po si Fall. At titingnan natin kung mapapa-fall ba niya ang mga tao. Nagplanta nga ang G-Lab. Namatayan kasi ang kanilang kasama. Boogie nandyan na lamang. Pero nagkakaroon ng sagutan.
One enemy remaining.
Magandang Boogie with a headshot.
Eto sa'yo, bomba. Abutin mula kay Fall X. Sumisilip na lamang, alam nila na mag-isa na lamang si Jet ang tagahimay ng kulam. Sa kabilang panig, LPE trying to get that momentum.
Na mapunta sa kanila dahil importante na ma-break nila ang momentum na ito.
Pero may sumilip ng dalawang ulo which is si Fall.
Nagpa-fall at siya ay nahulog, Yusuke.
Aray, masakit yung nagpapa-fall ka lalo na sa fracture.
Ay,
Diretso ka sa reactor. Susunog ka. Sorry. Kanina kasi usapan zipline eh. Pero, yun nga, on the technical standpoint, I have to give it the side of Game Lab. Unfortunately, no, sa side ng LPE, this is their map pick. And they're starting off on the defensive side. I had a little bit of concern, lalo na they're going for the double duelist route. And I remember kasi in previous streams, there are times na kahit walang duelist dito sa Fracture, kakayanin naman. This is more of a initiator type of map. Kaya siguro sa side ng Game Lab Alpha naisip nila, okay, we'll have one duelist for entry and then okay na tayo sa breach and fade. Breach a little bit more aggressive, fade a little bit, in between. Saktong-sakto yung eyeball niya. Pwede niya ibato kahit saan. Capture everyone's hearts. And then Killjoy, very good pick to lock down the side. So, I feel like the side of LPE, dahil nasa defender sila, kaya they're having a little bit of a hard time. But let's see, hopefully, by the switch, meron pa naman tayo ng 4 rounds left. Hopefully, they can make this a 4-8.
At ito yung parang comeback story na mala underdog. Kasi we're seeing the pattern still not changing. And they need that change right here, right now. At sabi nga nila, ang bida daw, nagpapabugbog daw sa simula.
Aray. Ba't gano'n?
Okay ka lang?
Usapan Valorant, bakit biglang yung pag-ibig? Hindi naman ako natatamaan.
Holy!
Si Ice dito, tatamaan ng 4 na tao, 4 na baril. Napakabilis, napaka-exciting.
Grabe, parang binangga siya ng refrigerator. Sabi niya, sobrang dami na ng ice namin. Isang bucket. Oras na para mag-tremor po. XD. Over here. Naghahanap ng shotgun inside the smoke. At kailangan niya ng vision. And Boogie. Over here, pero
Player standing.
nabigwasan po ng napakaraming Armalite, pero may sheriff.
Cowboy Tommy is about to go down. Mick trying to change the history. Pero habang nakatalikod siya, sisilip na po ba si Boogie dito?
Oh! Naka-blind po! Kailangan po natin ng curtain call! Dahil kailangan po ng shades! Hinahabol na po siya, mga kaibigan! Eto na po! Para nagkaroon ng kalirahan. Sabi nila, sasaksakin ba natin?
Hindi, wag na.
Hindi, gusto ko saksakin.
Barilin mo na, please. Please. Ayan, there we go. Kill secured.
I can hear everyone screaming upstairs. Wow. It sounds like a convention up there. My God. But anyways, Game Lab Alpha showing us exactly why their name is Alpha.
Alpha gameplays and alpha calls.
Exactly. And tayo sa Alpha Beta. I bet they're all tops. Top of their game.
Top of their game.
Yes.
State of the art.
Of course. Very important quirk for a Valorant player. But while they're on the attack, tuloy-tuloy pa din ang pagrampa nila dito sa may A site. And it seems that they are going for that 4-1 split. May mahuhuli dito sa may B. While they're slowly lurking towards Hall.
Sobrang tahimik talaga ng mga moments na to.
Hindi niya makita.
Nakadaan natin, nakatawid.
Killjoy at dito na nga ang basuka. Naghahanap ng kaluluwa na pwedeng makuha. ni kamatayan. Ngunit wala pang sumisilip. Pinula na lang niya kung sakaling merong tao doon. Pero si Aeonix! Napakagandang double kill. At meron nang sasagot. Si Mick sabi niya, ako rin meron akong paputok na ipapakita sa inyo. Medyo nakaiwas. Alam niyang merong tao doon. Si Mick sumagot. At si Mick nagkaroon ng triple kill. Alric, sabi niya, tapusin na natin to. Mag-isa na lamang si Aeonix. With a triple kill as well. Here comes the 1v1 situation. Mag-aabandon na siya ng drone. At medyo nabigusan pa siya doon sa kanyang game sense dahil alam niya nandiyan lamang siya sa likod ng kahon. 15 pesos na lang. Onting pagpahid na lang.
But there's no more time to defuse that spike, and my goodness!
Woo!
What a round for the side of Game Lab Alpha. Muntika din for LPE, but unfortunately, when you are on the defender's side, it is more difficult because you have an additional task. Hindi lang yung tipong papatayin mo yung kalaban, you also have to defuse the spike. So, mahirap siya sa position na yan, and it's very good na hindi niya ginamit agad yung nano swarm kasi kung nandun lang yun, pwede nang barilin agad eh.
That's true, and it will just also cater like the time na trinay niyang i-stack yung kanilang mga distractions para ma-distract lahat ng mga tao, and it really came really good.
0-10 na po ang score, pero si Ice, sabi niya pabili ng Ice tubig na dalawa. Tama ka na, at sabi ni Raise Ops. Akala nyo kayo lang.
Ako rin ang babawi sa inyo at tayo na'y maghahanap ng pwedeng ma-frag at ma-eliminate 4v3 situation. PWC LPE trying to get that 1-2-3 na score.
Medyo nabigwasan na naman ni Ice. Grabe, sasabihin ko sana nag-iinit, pero siya ay nagyayelo. Rich.
For the moment, Yusuke.
Magkakarapan na sila dito, Yusuke. Unting tawa na lang! Nasa Gedli lamang sa peripheral vision. At medyo nabubulag at niratratan. Wala na bang oras para mag-defuse? Pingin ko. Kaya ba ito? Unti na lang! Umabot po mga kaibigan! 0.2 seconds bago niya ma-defuse! Eto na ang momentum breaker ng LPE.
It is the last round before the switch. Side of LPE, they should do their best to get this para maging 2-10 scoreline. And hindi naman imposible for that second half to try and gain 8 straight points to turn this into a 10-10. And that is the thing with Fracture. It is the map with two sides, the jungle and the desert. And thinking of LPE, if they switch halves, very possible that they can get more points because again, double duelist yung composition nila.
Totoo, ay madaming magpa-frag at makakapagpabilis ng elimination nila. At hanggat hindi pa natatapos ang laban, lahat may possibilities to make that game changer moment.
Thank you.
Kaya naman natin magluto si Ice. Kailangan na niya ng ice tubig. 2 yelo na lang ang mabibigyan niya. At nagkakaroon na po ng patuhan ng utilities. At lahat sila ay medyo nabigwasan. Ang dami niyang humahabol sa kanya. Onting pagpick na lang pero si Fade! Napakaganda ng timing naman noon paggalingon. Tumatakas ang Raze. Hinahabol ni Paul. Raze versus Raze. And it's gonna be 1-11. Oh my goodness, Yusuke. Parang nagkaroon sila ng ng concert kanina. Ang daming kulay.
Yung aftershock, sumunod yung Prowler, lahat na lang binato ng side ng Game Lab. But, you know, I will hand it to them kahit kanain nila yung Rolling Thunder. I fully expected the side of LPE na tutuloy sila agad sa loob. I think they hesitated a bit there. Natakot sila kasi baka, you know, well, in that position, kapag ginamit mo na yung Rolling Thunder, you should be confident na ipupush mo na yung kalaban. Because you'd think na they will all be stunned. Pero, you know, they thought twice about that. At least they got an extra 300. But look at that, 2 points left and Game Lab Alpha will be winning this clean sweep 3-0.
Ang hirap talaga magkaroon ng confidence right after na mabugbog ka. Pero then again, Valorant is a mental state. Sa bagay. Ito na! Alam naman tuwa ka, no? Nabugbog ako! Yehey! Ito na nga, magkakayeheyan na po sila. Party like it's the end of the world. At talunan sila para mga koneho po mga kaibigan. Pero si Levi sumasagot. 2v1 situation. 1v1 rather. and Owen. Pinatumba, isa na lang. Isa na lang makukuha na nila ang matamis na oo.
Hindi lang naman yun. To naman, no?
Ay.
70,000 pesos on the line.
Kala ko 70,000 na oo.
But... Pagbaba nila lahat kami, oo.
Validation. You are
Oh.
amazing. You are pogi.
Gorgeous, magnificent, brilliant, unique, one of a kind, never the same.
One in a million.
Fantastic.
Ako gusto ko na may taga-affirm sa akin at sila'y
I
nag-affirman.
love language. Love
Love
language.
language? Ah, yes. And ang love language na pinapakita nila dito,
Siyempre, physical touch ng bala sa ulo.
Ow.
Planting na si Alric. Boogie, nagpapa
Planted.
lagay ng kanyang mga anak. Let's say, smoke babies, fur babies, di natin alam. Pero, nandiyan lang sila sa gedli ng mga smoke. Konting gilid na lamang at meron na ngang natigok. Eto na po ang funeral. Paul, pati kay Levi 2v2. Eto na ang crucial game. Sobrang kabado na lahat pero si XT hindi papayag na matapos ang laban. Oh my goodness! Paul with the defuse. Congratulations!
napaka-anticlimactic pero ang ganda ng diffuse yun.
I know, and my goodness, look at that. Well deserved the Game Lab. Great job sa kanila. Game 1 pa lang, you know that they were very keen to accomplish their goal. And they did it in wonderful fashion. And you know, have to give props to the side of TWC LPE. They've been an amazing competitor as well. And again, just looking forward to see how they grow in the pro scene as well, because you know, their grassroots started over in the collegiate scene, and then now they made it all the way here to Rise of Ages Valorant, so they can only go higher than this so far, and it's fantastic that they're able to go up against a team such as Game Lab Alpha. And we have a gift here.
Uy!
Yeah.
Wow! Look at that. The very, very cherry blossom kumbaga, no?
Yes.
Ang ganda, peach.
Peach.
Wow, look
Pink
at
and
that.
peach.
Pwede ba nating
Of course,
ipakita?
by all means.
Look at that. Meron bang sound test dito para marinig ba sa mic? Ay!
Yes!
Uy!
Clicky.
Magugustuhan ng lola ko to.
Bakit?
Kasi tahimik lang. Hindi sila pag alam mo kasi kapag may kausap ka na matindi, no? Parang tak 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 tak, diba?
Oo. Pagkausap si Crush. Diba?
Ay,
Pag masyadong madaming compliments, beautiful, gorgeous, be mindful, blah, blah, blah. Okay na yun! Sorry, that's I'm just kidding. That doesn't happen. We don't talk about that. But aside from this, ano bang meron in our vault here? What do we have?
Uy, grabe naman, no? Showcase nga natin to. Fantech na mousepad. Look at that, no? Pwede ba nating buksan ang itong laman?
Of
There we
course.
go.
Let's see. Ay,
Ay,
naka-seal.
naka-tape.
Ay, naka-tape.
We need a scissor
We-
to get this. So just wait as we try to open this with my voice as an AI.
I'm sorry. Di ako sanay na meron akong soundbox for a co-caster. You know, how's your day while we're waiting for the mousepad? You know, kamusta naman?
Well, I'm just happy to have you here. Period.
I'm very much amazed, but let's see our product showcase. Ano pang meron dito? Coverage of Fantech. Ayan na nga ang
So,
ating
syempre,
mousepad.
kung may keyboard ka, syempre kailangan mo ng napakagandang mousepad
Of course.
para ma-receive ang napaka-smooth. Zulala! Look at that! Look at the size of this thing. And nandito mo
It's
i-connect.
very long.
It's very long and
Very
alam
big.
ko, RGB to eh.
Yes.
Sige.
Basta na-connect yan.
Ang ganda.
May iba't ibang kulay na available.
Iba-ibang kulay. At
Yes.
Pero nakita ko dito, pangalan niya is Fantech Firefly MPR 800S, the soft cloth RGB mousepad. So grabe, gusto kong ilagay ito
na babagay. Siyempre, kung pink yung iyong keyboard, gagawin mo rin pink.
Oo, dapat
Yung ating
color-coded.
Color-coded kasi color
Oo.
scheme-wise.
Of course, very
Favorite
important.
natin. And tingnan nga natin yung USB niya. Ay, napakaganda. Ito yung mga usually na hindi agad nabubuhol, I guess.
Yeah, mga braided cable. So, matibay nga. Ang mga Fantech keyboards, no?
And the material of this, very, very concrete. At makikita mo ang kanyang amazing lights, kumbaga, no? Pero gusto ko talaga yung gold-plated na USB, no? Sobrang
stylish.
Very stylish, just like our highlights, of course. And,
Yes.
you know, as we're done with our Fantech product review, we'll go back to that a bit later. Let's just look at the highlights of the game. And
Yeah.
right off the floodgates, the side of Game Lab Alpha, they wanted to secure this win as quick as possible. And we definitely saw that in the opening portions of our match. The side of LPE, they had a very difficult time to try and come back from this. Even onto that second half, it was very similar to our game number 1. In terms of the utility, I think we discussed this in a bandang dulo ng match. Na in terms of the agent composition, may lamang dito on Game Lab precisely because they rely on the double initiator count. Mas nakakuha sila ng information as opposed to the side of LPE na nag-iisa lang dito si Breach. And when you think about it, si Breach kasi compared to Sova or si Sky, wala siya masyadong utilities to actually ping the opponent. When you think about it, Fate kasi pwede niya ipato yung haunt niya and then it will lead you to get information kapag may nagtatago sa may sulok ng daan. And like with Sova and Sky, you know, Sky, may voice cue yung guiding light niya, and si Sova, may literal na ping siya sa Recon Bolt and Aldrone. That's why it's very hard for them to get information. Kaya siguro when it comes to the retake, hindi din sila nakabawi on that regard. So, yun nga, just the agent mismatch was a big factor to this. And of course, let's look at our agent highlights. So, Mr. Madam Gangstax, who was our top players for both teams?
Zulala, TWC, LPE. The top player is Mick R0, Bilang, Raze. And going to Game Lab Alpha, it's gonna be Fall X na Raze Ren with 19 kills and si Mick naman with 13.
Oh my goodness. Great numbers across the board here for the side of Alpha. And I mean, the numbers speak for itself. The side of LPE had a very difficult time to garner these frags, and that is the hardship of Fracture. You have to make sure that you're very volatile, and Fall X will be our MVP once again for this Fracture map. 19 kills, 9 deaths, and 2 assists. So, well-deserved win here for Game Lab. You know, they had quite the matchup yesterday with SR Nakage. We're able to carry that over here in our best of 5. They won in that 3-0 sweep. So congratulations to them. And you know, circling back to what I said about LPE, they are a young, fresh team.
Yes.
And they actually didn't just stick to their collegiate roots. The fact that they have support from the walled city has been instrumental to why they are here today. And it's fantastic to see how they've been training on a collegiate sense, and now they are actually here in pro tournaments as well. So, you know, sky's the limit, and let's see. I think we will have our 3rd and 4th team also available in the mix. If I'm not mistaken, we had SR Nakage as well as Olfu. We're just waiting here. Okay, so 3rd place is actually going to be Olfu Quezon City. And our 4th place will be Stream Raiders Nakage. So, of course, thank you for participating in our Rise of Agents Valorant tournament here at Dark League Studios.
Dark League Studios.
Yes.
Parang sobrang ganda rin kasi not only na sumali sila dito, yung the amount of experience that they will gain over the course of
It's not a full loss.
Yes.
Exactly. It's you either win the game, win experience. So it's very important. And the fact that it's LAN also. It's not online because our players are just next door. We can hear them
Magkatapat lang.
screaming.
Yes! Iba yung dating kapag LAN kasi you get to release the energy with your teammate and to your kalaban, di ba?
Literal na harap-harapan lang like, hi guys, I just did that. How does that feel? I just did that.
Pag nakakalash ka, no?
I just did that!
I just did that.
Yeah,
Look at that.
exactly like
You
that.
will stare at the soul of the window of the eyes of your enemy and intimidate.
Diba? Mind games rin to eh, sa LAN eh. It's like any other sports. Kaya, importante rin na nasa LAN ka eh. Kasi you get to not only know your teammates more, but also your competitors as well.
Exactly. And, you know, it builds the sportsmanship after the game. Shake hands, you know, thank you for the game. And all. But of course, with that said, a big thank you to our players who participated. But thank you as well to our sponsors, ang mga bossing natin from the PBA, for supporting us here at Dark League Studios. First and foremost, to Mr. Boss Bobby Rosales, PBA Vice Chairman and the co-founder and Chairman of Dark League Studios. Thank you as well to Mr. Coach Alfrancis Chua, Sports Director of San Miguel Corporation, Team Governor of Ginebra San Miguel, and co-founder of Dark League Studios. And of course, special thanks to Mr. Ricky Vargas, PBA Chairman, to Mr. Al Pandilio, President of PLDT and Smart, and Mr. AC Valdenor, CEO of Dark League Studios, hashtag Get Well Soon as well. And of course, for our brand partnerships, who do we have?
Brand partnership. Starting with Fantech Philippines, our official gaming peripherals and gaming gear, changing your gaming perspectives. Next is Nida Pickup Coffee, official coffee partner
The best and most affordable coffee.
for gamers. And last but not the least, Acer Philippines, official gaming laptop partner. It lies within.
Of course. Thank you so much for your enchanting presence, Mr. Madam Gangstax. And please do not forget to kindly like and follow PBA Esports as well, as we will be having for Season 2, PUBG Mobile naman tayo.
Nakaka-excite.
Exciting! They already finished their MLBB leg. We had Valorant today, and coming up soon is PUBG Mobile as well. So much more exciting things to look forward to here at Dark League Studios. But of course, on behalf of everyone who has made this production possible, on behalf of Mochi, Mochibella, Micaela, Mochi, the Mochi, host, Princess, Queen, and Victress of the University of the Far Eastern University, thank you for joining us, as well to Osiris, who has casted yesterday for our playoffs, to everyone who has made production possible. Shout out to Rexler, to Mr. Marcus, who is looking straight at us right now, and thank you as well to Mr. Vince G for taking care of our beautiful, beautiful souls. Big shout out as well to Mr. Zeke, Mr. Gangstax, one of his best friends / Ninong Rai cosplayers. Thank you so much for joining us today. And is there anything you would like to say? Would you like to release all your personalities before we close the show?
Well, I just want to thank Gangstax for bringing me, as well as my other personalities.
And you know, it's not often that I go outside the clubhouse to have a chat with all of the people in the esports background.
And
Yo, bro! What's up, man?
Guilty.
Hey, man, I wish that I have a Fantech keyboard in the clubhouse.
Maxi, you know you can buy a keyboard anywhere in Fantech.
Oh my God, Elmo, we need this.
Well, let's go! And also the mouse pad, RGB, right?
Yes.
It's gonna be
RGB?
bagay sa akin yun.
Yes, bagay. Bagay na bagay.
Bagay na bagay. Tulad nung lola mo at ako, nung nag-Valorant tournament kami. Kaso, in real life nga lang yung aming competitiveness, dinadaan namin sa mga lanon kasi nga, ang importante naman kasi, habang medyo nagbaback to normal na tayo nagagawa ulit natin yung mga activities na to nung na-enjoy namin ng lola mo.
Oh, grabe. Naramdaman ko yun.
Naramdaman mo yun.
Oh, yes. Naramdaman namin yun. Very deep from the heart. But thank you so much for joining us for today's broadcast. It's been a blast casting with 99 different people today on this table. But before we end the show, I believe that we're gonna be throwing to break because of course, meron pa tayong onting awarding para sa ating champion and our second place team. So thank you of course for having us. My name is Yusuke and I am joined with Gangstax. Thank you for watching us for our Best of 5 series here at our Rise of Asian Valorant Finals. See you after a short break. Janet.
You want to play? Let's play.
Spike planted.
I'm moving on. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way. Best of luck. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way. Best of luck. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way. Best of luck. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way. Best of luck. I'm moving on. I'm moving on.
You want to play? Let's play.
Spike planted.
moving on. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way. Best of luck. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way. Best of luck. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way. Best of luck. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way. Best of luck. I'm moving on. I'm moving on.
You want to play? Let's play.
Spike planted.
I'm moving on. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way. Best of luck. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way. Best of luck. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way. Best of luck. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way. Best of luck. I'm moving on. I'm moving on.
You want to play? Let's play.
Spike planted.
I'm moving on. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way. Best of luck. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way. Best of luck. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way. Best of luck. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way. Best of luck. I'm moving on. I'm moving on.
You want to play? Let's play.
Spike planted.
I'm moving on. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way. Best of luck. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way. Best of luck. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way. Best of luck. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be on my way.
Let's move on and let's just turn on the power over here. So, ang importante po dito mga kaibigan is to have the set of people being called. Pero, ang mga importante nating pasasalamatan kung bakit natuloy ang mga events na ito. Now, let's mention
Mr. Boss Bobby Rosales, our PBA Vice Chairman and the co-founder and chairman of Dark League Studios. Thank you also to Mr. Coach Al Francis Chua, the Sports Director of San Miguel Corporation, Team Governor of Ginebra San Miguel and co-founder of Dark League Studios. Next is Mr. Ricky Vargas, our PBA Chairman, and Mr. Al Panlilio, President of PLDT and Smart. Mr. AC Valdenor also of the CEO of Dark League Studios. Now, moving on to our next, which is yung partners ng event na ito, which is Fantech Philippines, our official gaming peripherals and gaming gear, changing your gaming perspectives. Next is Nida Pickup Coffee, official coffee partner, the best and most affordable coffee for gamers. Last but not the least, Acer Philippines, official gaming laptop partner, or Acer Predator, it lies within. And might I also add, thank you so much to TIPQC and Manila, Fanfest Gaming Society, and TUP Gear. Eto na, punta na tayo sa ating runner-ups. So, congratulations also sa mga participant natin sa 4th place, which is SR Nakakage. And to our 3rd place, which is All Fu. So, mananalo sila ng 5,000 pesos. And let me call some representatives from Dark League Studios, and we will be calling up the players from All Fu, no? Do we have the players from All Fu na? Let's see. All Fu, paging All Fu players. We will be needing you to have a photo op. Paging All Fu players. We will be needing a photo op. Ayan, don't be shy.
Okay, maya mga pre. Hindi ako nangangagat. So ito yung ating mga tropa. Ayan, punta kayo dito sa kanan. Yung iba, hatiin natin.
So dalawa, parang gagawin nating Moses para magkaroon tayo ng pagkakahati. And again, congratulations. Sino yung gusto nyong isalpak para tanungin natin?
Ay, nagkaturuan na. Sino boto nyo?
Mukha. O sige. Kuya, anong nararamdaman mo all throughout the experience dito sa tournament na to?
Masaya naman. Yung experience sa amin, lalo na bagong buo po ang team. Yun po.
And masasabi mo bang
mas naging close kayo sa isa't isa, like tropa, lalo?
For me, mas naging close kami. Lalo na nung first time namin mag-meet face to face.
Nga pa, talaga? So nakita mo na yung 3D model ng iyong mga teammates, right?
Yes po.
Ayun, maybe call on yung ating representatives from Dark League Studios dahil magkakaroon tayo ng mga awards, of course, sa Team All Fu. Can we have the awardees? Ayan na, may medal po. Compress! Tayo'y lumapit para sa picture, no? Post tayo, mga kaibigan. Ayan, look at the phone. Say cheese. Okay, there we go. And moving on, again, congratulations sa team nyo. Hopefully, we get to see you again. And tingnan natin, meron tayo mga freebies. Real quick. Sige po. Maraming salamat sa time nyo. And now, ayan, kasama natin yung mga people from the prod. And again, tawagin na natin syempre ang next, which is yung second place, which is LPE. Paging LPE, paging LPE. We will now be calling you for a photo op. And guys,
Pwesto tayo dito mga pre. Tara. Ayan, pwesto kayo. Uy, ang ganda ng ano ha, ng entrance mo ha. Mukhang pre-practice mo siya sa bahay, no?
At least doon panalo kami. Wala bang best entrance dyan? Tingnan natin may best entrance, no? Bibigyan ka namin ng gate. Ayan, so congratulations sa Team LPE! Ayan po! 15,000 po mga kaibigan. Ano yung mga pwede nyong bilhin kaya no sa 15,000 yan? Ay, compress tayo dito, compress. Para magkaroon tayo ng photo. Ay, magkakaroon po kayo ng magical bag. Pwede yung ilagay yung keyboard nyo, mousepad. Ayan, may mga ibang tao, pwede bang pumunta doon sa kaliwa para tayo mag-balance at magkasya-kasya? Or okay na ba to? Are we good? And let's take the picture. Say Darksiders.
Darksiders. There we go. Are we good? Are we good with the picture? Then again, sino yung gusto nyong tanungin ko? Diba? Sino yung parang isasapak nyo na pinakamagaling sumagot sa interview?
Ako na lang.
Oh, ayan. Mukhang confident ka pare. Yun o, ating SK pare. Anong nararamdaman mo ngayon sa experience?
Sa tournament na to.
Actually, sobrang saya kasi it was great experience sa mga ka-teammates ko. Kasi nag-roster kami kung di nyo lang alam. So, basically, babawi kami sa mga upcoming tournament or kapag kasali kami sa Season 2 ng Dark League. So, ayun, watch out sa inyo guys.
Ayan, and masasabi ko naman na sobrang dami ng experience na naranasan nyo at na-gain after this event, no?
Oo, sobra. Sobrang saya namin kasi, yun nga, may mga miscommunication pero syempre, there's always a room for improvement.
Room to grow, and they will not grow apart but grow much better. At sila ay magkakaroon ng mas madaming labanan sa Season 2. So abangan ang Team LPE, no? Congratulations again. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, pre.
Ayan, palakpakan naman dyan, ayan. Okay. Siyempre, tatawagan na natin ang ating kampiyon, which is
Game Lab, no? Can we call on Game Lab? Paging, Game Lab. Game Lab, paging.
What's up, pre? Hey, thank you. What's up, pre? Ayan, tara. Diyan na lang kayo sa gilid para ano tayo, para
balanse.
Okay, tapos compress tayo mga kaibigan para sa photoshoot. Ayan. Titingin tayo sa cellphone. Ayan.
Ayan, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Are we done?
So, then again, congratulations of course, Game Love, no? Sino yung isasalpak nyo dito? Pinakamagaling sumagot sa mga interview. Ito? Sino ba? Sino?
Ito.
O, sige.
Naturo pa.
grabe. So naturo ka ngayon, no? Ano?
Ang nararamdaman mo right now, kuya?
Ang sweet naman. Sobrang saya kasi nakapaglaro kami sa gantong LAN, hindi lang sa bastang shop lang. Tapos sobrang saya din kasi na-execute namin yung mga practice namin. Mga ginawa namin practice. Tsaka napanalo namin.
Masasabi mo bang madami ka pang gustong salihan na tournaments with the people that you bonded with?
Yes, of course. Kasi sila na yung kasama ko nung nagsimula pa lang ako sa Valorant.
So yung brotherhood nyo, matagal na palang nataga, no?
Opo.
And wish mo ba na lahat kayo magkaroon ng nice one, baby?
Actually, lahat naman kami meron, pero yeah. Kay Boogie.
Ay!
Kaya, looking for ano na po si Boogie.
Looking for duo, no?
Ayun, so hopefully, Boogie.
Makahanap ka ng ano, di ba? Makaka-banding mo talaga sa mga ganito. And again, congratulations, Game Lab. And dito po, ang iyong mga awards! Yay! Let's go! Let's go! Ayan na po mga kaibigan. Congratulations and kunin nyo ang bag na yan. Ilalagay nyo yung cash dyan. Diyan sa tote bag na yan. Let's go!
Napakaganda ng medal. And of course, ayan. Sobrang nakakatuwa na makita sila makareceive ng kanilang pinanghirapan, pinagpawisan, or I don't know, kung may nagdugo ba dito, pero malay nyo, kaka-type ng keyboard. Pero hawakan natin ng prize pool, 40,000 pesos! Ano kaya pwede nyong bilhin dyan? Pang date?
Anong bibili natin?
Anong bibili nyo? Pang PC, upgrade, no?
Akin, pang Angel's Burger lang.
Pambili po ng pants.
Pambili ng? Pants! Okay. RGB pants? Ewan ko yung gusto nyo ba yun. Pero, then again, ayan, tingin po kayo sa camera dyan, makikita nyo. Yan, i-flex po natin lahat ng inyong paghihirap. Naging tangible na, naging totoo na. Ayan, ating photographer professional. Ayan na po mga kaibigan. Again, congratulations sa inyong lahat.
Naway makita ko kayo ulit sa next time mga pre.
Sige pre. Diyan eh. And syempre, di ba? Bigyan naman natin ng round of applause ang ating MVP, no? MVP! Pare, walang iba.
Dito ka dito. Pare, Fall. Fall, congratulations. Anong nararamdaman mo na ikaw ang MVP? Ng not only once, no? Multiple maps.
Masaya kasi nababalik ulit yung consistency ko, hindi katulad nung naglalaro ako sa VCT, medyo nagiging off ako sa mga laro ko. Ngayon masaya naman ako kasi yun nga, nababalik ko yung consistency ko sa paglalaro ulit ng Valorant.
At dahil dyan, no? Ay! Change of plans, pare. Para tayong nagkaroon ng honest mistake. No?
Ikaw yung magbibigay sa tropa mo. Dahil si Boogie! Congratulations! Siya magbibigay ng MVP. Tinawag ko lang siya.
Wait lang. Thank you.
Ayun na nga! Hey! Grabe, magiging barista na to. Mag-flick ka na ng mga kape. Grabe. Ayan. Sakto ba? Sakto yan. Picture ops tayo dito. Ayan, ngiting tagumpay. Kasama, ayan, tingin tayo sa camera, no? And tinawag ko lang yung tropa mo para ibigay siya, di ba? Nakita natin yung gulat ng mukha niya, parang,
Dapat si Paul talaga yan.
Dapat si Paul.
Member.
Nakita naman na syempre hindi scripted, pero ikaw yung naging MVP and gamitin mo kung saan fit. Malay mo, pang date mo in the future, di ba?
Hindi ako magdi-date. Di-date ko yung teammate ko kasi deserve din nila maging MVP.
Yan ang pala! Tropahan talaga. And mukhang nagkaroon tayo dito ng ang ganda ng feeling kasi nahahawa ako dun sa nararamdaman nyo ngayon.
And I hope na magkaroon sila ng Tropa Time Premium in the future. So, yeah, congratulations again, Game Lab!
Let's go! Congratulations, ayan. Ayan, flex natin yung pick-up trophy. Let's go! Hey!
Maghahanap kayo ng lalaki na marunong mag-Valorant at mag-barista, no? Boogie right there. Boogie right there.
Gagawan ko kayo ng kape.
Ayan. Are we good to go or are we gonna take another picture sa ating mega MVP barista? Ten 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 ten
Congratulations, MVP! And again, maraming salamat siyempre sa
Fantech Philippines, our official gaming peripherals and gaming gear, changing your gaming perspectives.
And need a pickup coffee, official coffee partner.
Yes, coffee, man.
Coffee, man, the best.
Yes, the best coffee.
And most affordable
Yes,
coffee
sir.
for gamers. So,
pag gusto niyo mag-Valorant, kailangan nyo ng kape, eto na para sa iyo. And syempre, Acer Philippines, official gaming laptop partner natin.
It lies within. Kaya tayo nung paglaro ngayon sa LAN, kundi dahil sa kanila. And TIPQC and Manila, Tempest Gaming Society, and last but not the least, TUP Gear.
So, ayun, congratulations guys! Let's go!
Thank you po. Thank you po.
Ay, invite natin lahat ng mga tao para magkaroon ng photo op, no? Pwede pa tayo mag-picture one last time? Yes, sir. Okay, picture one last time. Ayan na, lahat. Ayan na! Nagkakakita ulit. Nagkakakitaan na lahat.
Pwede po umupo.
Paging everyone.